That explosion right there is, of course, from the Road Warrior. So just in case you were wondering, hello, everybody, and welcome. It's time for the Professionals. It's a rotating show, meaning that it shows up on each of the Bros channels. We rotate every week, and this week is my week. And we're going to be talking about our favorite painters in comics, both covers and interiors. So everything's fair game. So let's bring in the crew and get this thing rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Smith.
Hello. Back from Garden State Comic Fest in lovely Morristown, New Jersey, or actually Parsippany, New Jersey.
Well, we all were at cons this weekend, so I think we should share some con stories here in a minute. But before we do that, let's bring in the man with a heart of gold and a neck of steel. It's Fragaboom.
Titanium. Hey,
Titanium.
That was a Haktua explosion. So good times.
I bet Aaron doesn't even know what you're talking about.
I hope he doesn't. I didn't. Up until yesterday, I didn't either. People were sending me memes, and I don't know what you mean.
I know. I saw that meme, and I thought that must be what it meant, and you guys just confirmed it in the green room.
No, it's a.
Here's a guy that always means what he says. Graham Nolan, there he is.
Hey, Graham. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you know, the first time I saw Hawk Tour was in the movie Brokeback Mountain.
Was that your second or third viewing?
Oh, Andy.
What was going on?
Am I the only one who didn't watch that movie?
I did not
Probably,
go.
I saw it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
The only one who did.
Or maybe I did.
I didn't see it in the theater. I got it back in the day when I was in the Art Directors Guild. We would get sent Academy screeners, and that was on the list. And yeah, that had.
Well, it's weird, Dan, because on that hard drive you sent me, it's on it, and for some reason, as soon as I open it, it goes right to that scene. So
bookmarks be bookmarks.
I guess so.
You know, what do you want? I like spit.
Oh, love it. Oh my gosh. All right.
I'm just going to say, I've got some artists nobody's going to pick.
Okay. Well, that's what I
don't think you do.
All right.
I do.
You know what's funny?
I'm lined up on it.
I got $20 says that this one guy is nobody's pick.
All right.
We'll see.
You know what's funny was we all tried to, or we did.
That almost makes me want to switch up my order just to see if it is. So you go, damn it, Andy.
Well,
he's going to be my first one out of the gate.
Isn't it funny that when we do shows like this, we always try to pick the most obscure guys to figure, if somebody will pick him, somebody will pick him. So, and then those guys never get picked. And we all just have like outside the lines.
Hey, speaking of painting real quick, I'm really admiring what's happening back behind you.
Oh, yeah. Aaron, go grab that and show us.
Yeah, please. It's coming right along, and this is really.
He's being a little stingy. I had to beg and plead, show him a little of my knit to get him to show me earlier.
We're getting there.
Look at that, dude.
Looking good.
That's good.
Very nice.
Finish up her suit, and then it'll go right to her face and hair, and hopefully be done. But all the background elements are completely done. This, of course, is for the Kit Carter movie poster. So yeah, it's been a journey. And everybody's like, why is it taking you so long? It's like, because I'm doing 5 different jobs at once right now. That's why.
You Jamaican, bro.
What's that?
I say you Jamaican, bro. You
That's
know,
right.
You don't remember that? I think it was
you Jamaican me crazy.
Like it's like you only have 3 jobs, you lazy boy. It was like a whole skit. It was a skit. All right.
Right over my head. Let me take a quick minute to acknowledge the chat, and then we'll get rolling here. We're waiting for Art. We assume he's eating. He'll be here eventually. And Billy, who knows? Hopefully we'll be here as well. But
Billy and his dinger.
That's right. We're ready to go regardless. But in the chat, we have Robert the Bruce, Richie Dupe, Chris Thacker, Leg Kick, because Leg Kick is almost always here. Fragaboom's in the chat. How about that?
Yee. Chris Thacker was hanging with us at Garden State.
That's right. He's a good dude.
Chris Ramlar, Citizen Ronan, the Normie Nerd. He says, good evening, gentlemen. Great meeting some of you this past weekend. Awesome sketches, Andy and Dan. Smokey the Concat is here. Graham's in the chat as well. How about that? Corum is here. Repairman. Huh?
What'd Graham say in the chat?
Graham said, let's go, hashtag WUH.
The word is what?
What?
The word is what?
Mark is Killigrew, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge. Soap maker Bretsky, the great Ellie, the Skibbity Rizzler.
Skibbity
Rizzler.
Yeah.
Dave Olbrich claiming he's actually not here.
Dave Olbrich is not here. He's in Malibu.
He is enjoying the sun.
Boom.
And then, of course,
Dave.
my favorite, Boravohe Gerbeck, I'm guessing, something like that.
Wow, that's a good shot at it, Aaron.
Yeah, I thought he worked really hard on that. Stephen De La Vega says, hey, Aaron, how was SummerCon? My brother was a real garbage Dan. Oh, was he? I screwed up. The guy said, sign it to the real garbage Dan. That's kind of a play on Garbage Man. And then I screwed it up. And so I had to toss the book and get a new one to write it on.
Oh, my God.
I know. It's terrible. McShort's here. Robert Dones Pills is joining us. All right, John Smith, all the way from San Diego. All right, guys.
Fake name.
I see you, Art. I see you. Art's waving and flailing.
What do you want? Art the Bear.
Art the Bear.
It's Art the Bear.
Art the Bear with the full tummy.
Yeah.
Yes. I had chili.
It's in my belly.
Yeah, I had
chili?
chili, so I can't guarantee you. Well, you guys can't smell it.
Thank God it's not smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
It's your wife I feel sorry for. You're sleeping in the guest room, buddy.
Too.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple hours here before it to really get moving there.
She had chili too, so we're going to even it up.
Oh, give her a little Dutch oven tonight.
Every night.
I don't want to know, Andy.
Oh, a Dutch oven is where you're in bed and you rip it and then you pull the covers up over both of you.
And you get to smell your
I said I didn't want to know.
I know, but that's just the invitation I was looking for.
So did the Dutch create that? Is that why they get the credit for it, or what's the?
I don't know, Dan. Do you know?
The Dutch oven is an iron pot that
the
you
Dutch?
cook
Oh,
in.
because I'm Dutch
Aaron's
as well
right.
as Portuguese.
Those of you who cook.
What is it? What the Dutch oven is that big metal
It's an iron pot. Yeah.
Oh my God! Stop being literal.
So
Is
it's
that
like
where the Italians make the pizza?
No, that's a pizza oven.
That's a brick oven. And then my car used to be called the hot box.
Oh my God!
Because you used to fart in there all the time.
That's for another reason.
No, because
Oh jeez. All right, so you guys, tell me a little bit about your adventures in New Jersey, and then I will follow up with my adventures at Washington. Got to have some con stories, don't you?
Got in there on Friday and went over, set up. Graham showed up. Two of us went over to Tommy's Tavern. He had some beer and a cheeseburger. I had a beer, and that was Friday. We had our, who took that picture? Do either of you guys know who took the picture at Ruth Chris? Because I was trying to find it on
Chris Archella.
okay.
The waiter did it with Chris Archella's phone.
Okay, so now I know who to look at. Now I couldn't remember. I was looking up different people on Twitter to find it because I want to download it and save it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I saved it.
Ruth Chris was great as always. I think the guys will agree.
So you guys went to Ruth Chris before you made any money at the show?
No, we went Saturday night.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it was Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
We dropped a couple bills each.
I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was celebrated before they made the money. That's confidence, man.
That's exactly right. If you go to Ruth Chris before the show starts, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
I had an incredible time, mostly through the vicarious happenstance that I brought Harrison with me, and he'd never flown on a plane before. He got to, go to an airport, which he's never. Yeah, Robert Romano was there. How are you, buddy? Yeah, he'd never been to an airport. He'd never been on an airplane. He'd never been on a train before, the tram, Mm-hmm. And then, of course, he got to go to Ruth's Chris and got himself a petite filet and ate that bad boy. And he's a good boy.
And he also learned about the Three Stooges that night.
Yes, he did, because he pointed
in the worst way ever.
Like 3 or 4 times, I said, Harrison, I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you shouldn't trust me. And then I finally taught him the move, and then he's like,
You're right.
Yeah.
That was a good
guys,
time.
you guys must have seen or talked to quite a few CG people from the chat, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Thacker was there. Robert Romano was there. Abra's 2 Cents was there.
I saw you guys
Yep.
get pictures with Abra.
Yep.
Yeah, she's great.
Is it Philbo Baggins was there with his wife.
John's Long Box.
Vaughn.
Yep, John Longbox. Yep.
Brian Kriskow.
Brian Kiskow. Yeah.
Sean 1976. You know, Sean and his wife. I forget what his name.
Oh yeah, Sean Ferris.
Yeah. Wonderful.
And then the other Sean was there.
Yeah.
The big Sean with the red beard.
Yeah.
Yep. There was a lot.
Thank you, sir.
I mean,
And his buddy
after
Zane.
the Hawaiian Shirt Cigar Fest was a huge hit, even though it rained for a little bit.
We all just got under those umbrellas, man.
Yeah, we had at least as many people as we did the year before. There had 60 to 70 people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was popping, man. And what was great is because, you know, Andy's there, Graham's there, Ethan's there, I'm there. We were almost like amusement attractions. You know, people would come and listen to Graham hold court, and then they'd go over to Andy, and they'd go over to me, and you know, it was a lot of fun, man. Just
it was
chopping it up. It
I saw
great.
Ethan
and
got
Helen was there, so she hung out. Her 2 sisters came down. 2 of her sisters from Syracuse came down. They came out for the little shindig on the patio as well.
Very nice.
So.
I saw Ethan put up a picture of him in the elevator with some like teen beauty pageant.
He stayed at a different hotel than us. He was at a different hotel. At a different hotel that happened to be hosting the Miss New Jersey. I'm like, that's good.
That worked out well for him.
Yeah.
Let me grab this super chat here from Jerry Rasco for 5. Thanks, Jerry. I wish I had been able to go to New Jersey. My buddy and co-creator Terry Sala said he had a great time and enjoyed meeting Andy and Dan. Hopefully next year.
Yeah, I got to
Terry's
meet
a good
Terry
guy
for the first time. He's really great. I got to meet him for the first time and got to see Marat, of course, the Simonsons, Howard Chapin. And then I got
Is Terry, he's not a New York guy. He's a Texas guy, right?
I think he's a Texas guy. Yeah. And then the pinnacle of the show, this is going to be a weird one, but when I was a kid, this comic that I really liked was drawn by a guy who I'd never seen his work before and didn't really see it after, but I really enjoyed it. It was a book called Cops. It was an acronym. Pat Broderick.
Oh yeah.
He was amazing. He was amazing, and because New Jersey is a go-to state, we got to do what Art likes to do, which is we smoked a fatty. We did.
No. You blew a fatty, is what.
I don't know, man. I like using the word smoke.
Okay. Spaceman. Any of the bros coming to LA Comic Con? I'm out here in SoCal. I'll be in San Diego this year, but not going to the LA Comic Con.
The last LA Comic Con I went to was 2017.
I don't know if you saw my picture that I posted on Twitter, Aaron, but Bretsky the Great, who's in the chat right now, and Zero Comics had made this custom whiskey bottle for me.
No kidding.
Yeah. You want me to post it?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, share it.
Okay. I'd love to see it.
Hold on.
I believe it has a different logo type on it.
Yeah, this is really sweet. Hold on, there's a couple images. I gotta show you all of them.
No, there's Squeaky. Hey, Squeaky, where's Geek at?
Hello.
You're under someplace. That's Squeaky and Geek Avenger. They came out and saw me at the Washington State SummerCon in Puyallup this weekend, and they brought us these really groovy neck fans. They hook around like this, and they blow air up like this. So if you're too hot, it keeps your head cool.
You see those like at amusement parks, right? And people wear those things.
Yeah.
They worked though.
Yeah, they did. I would put it on. I was like, I never got too hot, but I was sitting there going, man, I can when I get up, and I'm upstairs here. When it starts getting summertime and getting warm up here, I'll put on the old neck fan, courtesy of Geek Avenger and
There you
Squeaky.
go.
Where the hell is it? Hold on here.
Did that sound just come out of Graham?
I know it's not a common sound. What'd you do this weekend, RT Bear?
I was a good boy. I stayed home and I worked on putting the oodles and doodles and other stuff to site together. So it's just about there, and we're gonna launch that bad boy at the end of the month.
Hey, look who decided to join us. It's the Teen Sensation.
Teen Sensation.
Dang, what up?
Billy.
Always fashionably late.
Mhm.
Fashionably late. Hello.
Well, he spent the last 24 minutes getting actual stuff together for the show tonight. He's a late homework guy. We know.
For a book, but I'm
Good
gonna
thing-
Back in fabric school when he was doing his homework the night before, cramming to get it done.
cramming.
Good thing it
So
wasn't
I'm up
trivia.
there
night
at his
tonight.
sewing machine making dresses
You
and
got the
stuff.
image up there, Aaron.
I got it.
I don't think it would matter if it was trivia night, because the last trivia night, I think I came in an hour late, and I think I still won. So
Oh,
it's,
it's trivia
it's-
night.
it's just a game. It's just a game.
It's
Billy.
just a game, Graham.
Check this out.
Look at that.
So cool.
That's a lot of iced tea.
That's,
Yeah.
Hey, Graham, is that at the hotel too?
What?
Yeah.
That photo take. What aren't those rooms great there?
Oh yeah. So
That looks
here's
like
the
a
other
suite.
angle. See, it's got my books on one
Oh
side.
my gosh, that is
So
so
cool.
cool.
And yeah, Aaron,
And
did you
here's
say
the
it
other
looks
one.
like a suite? They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a stove and microwave and
Wow.
And it's
kitchen
filled
mat.
with Angels Rare,
Envy?
not Angels Rare,
Eagle
Eagle
Rare.
Rare bourbon.
Eagle Rare is good.
Yeah, Eagle Rare.
Yeah, it was tasty.
It was.
Hey, did you guys finish it off that night, Graham?
Oh,
Or?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I figured.
They did.
Well, I mean, I know it was getting passed around in little cups for people to try. That's what
There was
I
a
had.
lot of little cups that took it.
No, wait a
Now
second.
you got the empty bottle. Now, will you wash
I've
it out
already
and
refilled
refill
it.
it?
I've refilled it.
Oh.
Yeah, I put Woodford in there.
Now, hang on a second.
Nice.
So you buy the empty bottles, then you can go fill them. Like, how do you get a whiskey fill up? Where do you go to? Like somebody that has a
Okay.
No.
barrel with a tap?
You just take see. This is a custom made bottle. So
Right.
once it's empty, you can take any bottle of bourbon and pour it into it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but did this come? I mean, they brought you this with bourbon in it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do they buy the blank bottle with bourbon in it and then put the labels on, or
No,
did
it's actually a tequila bottle, and so they poured the tequila because they wanted that shape, and they couldn't
Okay,
find
right.
a bourbon bottle that was that shape, so they poured the tequila out, and then they poured the Eagle Rare into it.
Okay, did they leave the worm in the bottom of the? Oh, no.
Nope, it wasn't there.
Okay.
You know, there's something else you can do. I don't know if you can buy them separately, but there's this Oak and Eden. I think that's what they're called. They have burnt oak staves inside of the bottle.
Ooh.
And a lot of the times what I do when I'm done with a bottle is I just pour other whiskey into it because those oak staves, they add more flavor to it.
Hmm.
So
Oh, that's very cool.
Maybe they can sell them. That'd be awesome if they did.
That is very cool, Graham. I think
And then somebody could market the whiskey worms, put those in the
Whiskey
whiskey worms. I like it. There you go.
Whiskey
Tequila
worm.
worms, not whiskey.
Exactly.
No, I had,
Joe
uh,
Pantalone knows.
And Aaron, I drew a con sketch that probably nobody on this panel has ever been asked to draw before.
Yes,
You
I know what he's talking about.
You drew
Yeah.
yourself.
It's not disgusting. A guy got the book Strange Adventures, which came out a year or so ago. Tom King wrote it. I think it was Mitch Gerards did the art. And it was a blank cover. And he was at a con the weekend before. And for some reason, that's what he had. And he had Chevy Chase sign it.
What did Chevy Chase
And
have
right
to
near
do
the
with
logo. So the cover was still blank. And he brought me a picture of Chevy from one of the vacation movies wearing a Chicago Bears cap and wanted me to draw Chevy Chase wearing a Chicago Bears cap.
Well,
You have
I've drawn Clint Eastwood before, but never Chevy Chase. So
Yeah, I saw an image. I didn't know that was Chevy Chase. Do you have that? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I can find it. I mean, I know where it is. It's on my.
I always say no to likenesses because I can't do it.
I even told the guy, I
Much
said,
pressure,
"Oh,
man.
likeness,"
You
and
know?
he was like, "Oh, come on,
like,
I've seen the bear
I-
stuff you
I
do,"
don't
and I'm
have-
like, "Yeah,
don't
I
have a
know,
light
but
box, man. I don't have my light box here.
It takes
That's
a
right.
long time.
It
It
does.
does. And you know what's even crazier is a lot of times people don't feel like they look like a drawing. I realized like I never want to do caricatures or likenesses because I had this couple, the guy who commissioned it was a director, and he's like, I would like you to, paint me and my girlfriend. I'd like a digital painting. So I do it up and it looks just like him. And he's like, that doesn't look like me. And she's like, that doesn't look like me. 9 versions later, and mind you, at this point, I'm tracing photographs.
Yeah, exactly.
The nose is too big. The nose is too big. Can't do it, guys. I'm done. I'm done.
it's like, bitch, look in the mirror." So yeah.
Yeah, that looks great. I thought that's what that
And
was.
The funny thing was, like, I'm glad he came over when it was still in pencil, because I had the hat going over that bottom like line coming down, and I was going to do a little white halo around it. I wasn't just going to totally cover it. And he was like, "Oh, no, don't go over that. I don't want any of the signature covered." And I was, "Oh, okay." So that signature cost him $260 from an
How much did the drawing cost?
Hey,
Chevy, not $260. Chevy is 80 years old.
Are you sure that doesn't say E or L?
that's what, yeah.
It
Good
looks
old
like E or
L.
L. And you know what I like the most about it? I think I know why he had Chevy Chase sign it. At first I was like, what does he have to do with the comic? But I get it. It's China White.
Well, I think he actually told me it's because of the vacation movies. They were always strange adventures. So
I said China White because Chevy Chase had a coke habit, guys. Jeez Louise.
Oh, let's see.
Well, I didn't know that either.
It's all about delivery.
You know, I used to always have my sketchbook with me, and I got like I just got a bunch of signatures in my sketchbook.
Yeah.
And the signatures don't have anything to do with anything that's inside the book, right? It's just a wall of signatures.
Extreme.
And so I understand sometimes, like if you meet somebody and you just go, I got this, could you sign it? You know, and then they just sign whatever it is that you have available.
John Cleese, of all people, was at SummerCon and was charging $80 for a signature.
Who was?
Wow.
Monty Python.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, you found, okay. There
And
you
look
go. That is the picture. And all we need at the end of that table is Art and Aaron, and of course Billy, but he was there last year. So Billy returns.
You could see Harrison hiding right behind my shoulder.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You see top of his head, yeah.
Hey, who's this?
Who's
who?
what?
This girl.
That's
Well,
Abra.
That's Abra's.
I know that's Abra, though. The one sitting next to
That's Cecil's
Juju.
girlfriend.
oh, Cecil's girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Juju.
Juju.
There's
Robert Romano.
Chris
Chris,
Archella,
who took the picture, or whose
Okay.
camera, I should
frog,
say.
the Frog Father.
That's right. And Graham's happy because they told him his steak was about to come out.
Oh
It's
man,
like, it's about time.
And it's this big.
yeah. Oh,
Hey,
and
I once ate a steak
big-
this big.
big ups. Okay,
Right.
if you can,
I was going to say, Ethan, myself, Graham, and Dan all got the same thing. The 26-ounce, what was it? Cowboy ribeye.
Cowboy ribeye.
Cowboy
yeah.
ribeye, yeah.
6
Yeah.
ounces.
But I want to say something right now. Big ups to Chris Archella, because
Yes.
notice how he's the only one with a plate of steak. When
Yeah.
we got there, he was at the bar already eating a 26-ounce ribeye. And Graham said, "Hey, come on, why don't you just come sit with us at the table?" He finishes that ribeye and then orders another one
Ooh.
and eats it.
And the dude clocks in at about 150 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the Joey Chestnut, like that whole like how are these
160
eaters-
after this dinner.
Yeah. If he got wet, he'd be $170.
Yeah, Billy and I got to start hanging out with you guys because there's a lot of there's not enough hair. There's more hair.
True.
It is pretty, look at that. That's
Yeah, there isn't a great deal of hair
why
there.
that person said
You know
the
what?
joke.
Humphrey Bogart said it's not the hair on the head that counts, it's the hair on the chest that makes the man.
Yeah, I got a lot of
That's
that.
right.
My mother said that God only made so many perfect heads, and the rest he covered with hair.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That is true because I happen to know I got a really awkwardly shaped head.
Is it all potatoey?
There's lumps and it's not like quite
That's why you
symmetrical.
still have your hair. That's why you
Yeah.
still
My head, I could feel the 4 plates. I have one here, and 2 that push together to a point on these sides.
I think
Hang
you
on,
guys
keep
would be
that hair, baby.
surprised. Like my wife used to said, "You better never go bald because
Yes.
I've got all these bumps." You know, like when you're feeling it, you're like, "Oh, I got all these bumps."
Yeah.
Once you shave the head off, you know, they feel more bigger than they really are. You know,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, you know, I'm like, "Hey, I do got a good head for bald."
Well, I
It's
accidentally.
funny. That's what my wife told me. She says it feels bigger than it really is. And I was like, not a
Oh,
compliment,
my
hon.
gosh.
And it's our
Oh.
honeymoon. Couldn't you
Hey,
save it
we-
for a
we
few
got-
years?
We got Frank Fosco in the chat. Frank Fosco was also there in Jersey.
Yeah.
What a
The
gentleman.
great Frank Fosco.
Yes. I got some prelims from him that are incredible. I just
They're
ordered
tight.
frames for him.
Anything-
They're
anything-
unbelievable. Unbelievably good. Yeah.
Past Master
Anything
Dan's
crazy?
got a new quote from Tucci. He says, "I can feel my head." Tucci. There you go.
Oh, anything
Also,
crazy
like a
happened,
plate,
boys?
like do you have a plate in your forehead, like these plates?
Anything crazy happened?
Hey, I knew this kid growing up that had a plate in his forehead. I thought that was the coolest damn thing ever. We
Yeah, I'm
tried
sure.
to stick a magnet to it, and then
Did he pick up radio? He's like,
no, nothing that cool. Yeah, we tried though.
Well, I didn't have too many exciting events at the SummerCon. I did get to talk to Jan Jurgens a little bit and Mark Bagley a little bit. Mark Brooks canceled, so he was not there. So there was no like fireworks.
See the
Frank
power that
Cho-
you have?
Yeah, Frank
I heard
Cho
that,
was there, but hardly ever there. So I didn't get to talk to Frank very much. But good crowd, a lot of chat personalities showing up there, like Duck Bacon and his daughter were there. Angela Curry came by, brought me some chocolate.
Aw.
And,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Where were you at?
I got some
Where
chocolate
were
for you,
at?
Aaron.
And Shelly Showtime was there.
She was.
Oh my God.
And that's what everybody wanted to meet Shelly. I didn't care. They're like, when's Shelly going to get here? I'm just like, get away from my table, you people. Yeah, McShort.
Aaron's like, I'm going to charge you for my autograph. They're like, I don't think so. Shelly's like, I'm going to charge you for mine. They tipped her
I
on top
know.
of what she was charging.
I know. It's a little embarrassing, but no, it was good. We had a good show and pretty well attended. And oh my gosh, they drove us all over the place. We were on a fairgrounds, and so there was a lot of walking from where you had to park. But they took us because we drove up, but they took us from the hotel right to our pavilion where we were at. They had golf carts that would pick you up and drive you where you needed to go, so you didn't have to walk if you didn't want to. At the drop of a hat. So it was, and the green room was like a club or something. You know, you walk upstairs, and there was this huge room, and they had like catered lunches every day, and it was really, really nice. So I highly recommend.
Was it air conditioned? I've done one of those fairground pavilions, and it wasn't air conditioned.
No. I did one in Minnesota, and I was like, why are my pages wrinkling up? Because it was so much humidity. They just had the doors open, and it was like, it was horrible. But this,
I thought since you said
great.
the fans, you had the fan collar on, that maybe there was no air conditioning.
No, Geek Avenger, the guy who brought me the neck fans for $5. Thanks, Geek. Says Aaron and Shelly were cool as always. I missed Duck Bacon.
Duck Bacon.
Henry Bemis apparently came by my table and did not identify himself.
Oh, that's a
I heard this later. I'm not sure.
Wait, he didn't look like Burgess Meredith with
move.
crushed glasses?
Very
No.
sneaky. Very sneaky.
Okay, you guys, we've been chatting about for a while. I'd like everybody to please hit the like and subscribe. If you have not, we have a good, healthy audience. Helps the channel grow, helps the bros spread the message farther by you liking and subscribing our channels. So we appreciate that very much. So today's topic is, or this evening's topic is, our favorite painters or for covers or interiors or both, whichever. We're pretty flexible. So we'll start with Mr. Andy Smith.
Okay, don't share it yet.
I won't.
But I decided I'll let Graham go when it's his turn to see who he picks. He says it's somebody nobody else is going to pick. So I'm not going to go with the guy I think it might be, because I want to get this guy out of the way. Hopefully nobody else picked him. You can share the screen. It is Mr. Earl Norem. Early recollection is of this guy's work. Not this specific cover. The stuff that I remember him from, even though I really do like this cover, is, let's see.
Well, he's very prolific, man. He did a lot of like Conan, Savage Tales.
Yeah. Well, this is where I discovered his work, actually. It was like, oh man, where is it? I'm trying to find the
Men's Magazine.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, there it is. Well, this is newer. This wasn't from a kid, but I remember the He-Man stuff in the 80s and whatnot. But this was
Was this production art for something? What was the deal? What was this used for?
This I'm not exactly sure what it was used for. I've seen it before. It might have been a wraparound cover, because when you look at the proportions of it and stuff, you can see where the center would go right down.
Yep.
But like that first one I showed, I remember seeing that. I might actually own this. It just might be put away. It's the painting style. When you look at it, reduced down, and all these guys work really big, and they definitely needed that reduction. Everything pulls up nice and tight, but you blow up on this stuff, and this is a pretty good scan. And you can just see the lack of a better word, just the slopping of the paint down and stuff, like
the strokes and
the brush strokes and like in Thor's legs, you can see the blue painted over top of obviously the darks. He's working dark to light, because I assume it's acrylic. And then,
he did just a ton of work for Marvel, man.
Yeah, well, he did. Yeah, a lot of the Savage covers and stuff.
He did a lot of
this. I think I found
for that too.
Men's magazines, you say, Graham?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, learn stuff.
Sweaty men's magazines. Hey, let me grab a super chat real quick here while Andy is gathering himself. Corin Zenith, all the way from Australia, $10. Thank you so much, Corin. Appreciate that. Would love an opportunity to see you legends one day. By the way, Aaron, Cecil said he'll be doing an online auction soon on his Thor collection. Thought you'd be interested. Blessing, boys. Thank you.
He is. I talked to him about it at the show. He's doing a big lot of early, Kirby Thor stuff.
Oh, so nice. I got one more here. Let me grab this real quick. Geek Avenger, another 5. Thank you. He says Aaron was super cool with giving Squeaky points about a large commission she's working on. FYI, it was my pleasure to help her with what little knowledge I have. So,
you stop it.
Here we go. All right, back to Andy Smith.
Yeah, so
great.
Oh, look at that.
Man of a few words, I am Earl Norem. One of the first ones that I can remember, and seeing his covers and just thinking, wow, how are those done, and stuff like that,
Yeah, I really like
color, and
he drew well, but his painting style was so loose at the same time, and it just goes to show you that to have a successful painting, you got to first be able to draw.
Yeah,
all the other stuff is secondary.
Yes,
understanding value is second, and then like some color knowledge is helpful, but you got to be able to draw, and you got to understand value, and he certainly did. Those are really nice.
Yeah, you look at these background guys, zombie dudes, and just how loose they get as they fade away.
Yeah,
just love stuff like that. And then, like we were saying, the brush strokes on like the leg in the foreground here and such. And I mean, I don't know how well it shows on the screen, but it shows pretty good on mine with the flesh tones on them and stuff, and seeing the brush strokes. So
you have these downloaded?
No, but I can.
Oh, please do, man. This is I've never heard of him before, so this is one of those.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll save them off.
Please. This is good shit.
Yeah, and that's why, Aaron, before we started the show with your painting, I love the process pics you've been showing, because it's a great step-by-step process, and you're doing more. I was tangent real quick. I've got the Boris Vallejo book on how to paint that he put out in the 80s. And I was telling somebody about it, and he goes from one step to the next, and you're looking at it and you're going, dude, you jump like 4 steps. How's
Yeah, it's a
anybody
terrible
supposed
book.
to follow this?
It's a terrible
Huh?
book. You can't. It's a terrible book for trying to learn anything.
He doesn't
Oh,
want you. He wanted to sell books. He didn't want to teach you how to.
Yeah,
paint.
exactly.
Yeah.
I've been shooting videos of me.
That's
I
why I
gotta
love
edit
it.
them and stuff, but so I'll have more of me struggling. That's the great thing. It's like you go, I'm going to video this, and then you're like, I just spent an hour just screwing up.
You can edit. You can edit out the struggle, though.
That's
you
true.
know?
Just make me look like a genius, and I did it in 15 minutes.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, so Fraga.
Okay, don't load it up yet. Don't load it up yet. So,
well, I can see who it is.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw this guy's work, it was actually in painted form. And I had a buddy, still my buddy, Michael Calhoun, Toby Michael Calhoun. This guy really gave me an education on a lot of fantasy artists, brought me some things I hadn't seen before as far as art, because I was, very mainstream. And when he brought this book around, it just oozed rock and roll and badassness.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, who the hell is this guy? You can share it now. Simon.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Dude. And the book is called Slain. This is an Italian version, but this is roughly around the same time or before Lobo. And I didn't even know the guy did line art until I saw Lobo, and of course Lobo's back. But you go through this stuff, and it's a very unique style. It's you feel a little bit of that Frezzato-ness, but it's so very Simon, and
it is fantastic. I've got the 2 graphic novels of this stuff for however many, and it's great.
Yeah, he's nuts, man.
He's incredible. I mean, the thing is you can go through this stuff and let's just zoom in on dude's face right here. That guy looks not to be fucked with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so good. And the kid looks like a kid. Where a lot of people, they just look like, when they draw kids, they look like big-headed adults.
That kid reminds me of Sam Keith, a Sam Keith face.
I could see that.
It did. That's the same thing.
So I wonder, obviously Sam Keith is into Frezzato, and Art Sudam is into Frezzato, but I see a lot of Art Sudam, unless they're translating it the same way.
Don't say trans on this show.
Huh?
Don't say trans on this show.
Damn, the other word's transpose, but fuck, man, it just means to move. That's all it means.
I got you. I got you.
Change.
Just want some clarification.
Okay. But look at that badassness. He's riding a freaking moose.
Yeah, I know, dude.
You don't know about this that you don't see as much in his later work because he used a lot of airbrush on the background.
Oh yeah, and look at this, dude. This guy means business. If this guy rode into your town and you just see the heads of these guys, first off, you go, maybe I'm safe. I don't look like a hooligan. But this is just every page is what do the kids say? Every page is a bop, even though that's a music thing. But look at that. He loved it so much he signed it. You could tell he liked it when he signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that dog. I mean, obviously Slain looks great here in the the boar's head and belt, but that dog is so regal. That eye.
And then I'm assuming Glenn Fabry was after Bisley.
Oh yeah,
because Glenn stuff has some of that in it.
Oh yeah, this was.
And I love Glenn stuff too. So
look at that face right there.
Yeah.
Scooch over.
And I know who this. I have this book. So just saying.
This is
wow.
Hold on, guys. Mark that on the calendar. Billy actually has a comic.
I have.
What?
He knows what we're talking about.
I know exactly.
Oh, there it is. There's the scroll bar. Boom. Look at that. Yeah. Just
the thing with Bisley is his anatomy is so jacked up, and yet he makes it look so cool because it's like it's just got like this hard heavy metal biker vibe to it that just is so awesome.
How about the cover of Lobo's back where he just basically drew a dong for an elbow? Yeah, like that was good. Look at that creature. It looks like one of those deep sea, like ultra deep.
Yeah, like an anglerfish.
Yeah, there it is. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's got mood. This this anglerfish one alone gives, what do the kids say? I hate this sort of vernacular. It's giving Frezzato. But that blue glow behind this dark auburn and orange. Well,
you know what's cool? Does anybody know how big these originals are? I have no idea.
Be huge. They got to be massive. I don't know. They look like they're pencil underdrawn, and then they look like Aaron's saying, airbrush acrylic maybe. Because look, you know.
Yeah, he's got a pencil.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I like about this page is, you know, to a normal mortal like myself, I'd be like, it's not finished, and he's like, no, this is done.
This is totally done. See, it says El Jacam Jestin Twan Ishanakandulsen.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
of course. But yeah, Simon. I mean, there's pages and pages. This is page 145 of 414. Yeah. But look how strong Slane looks. It's just good stuff. So Simon is my guy. That's my first choice. Obviously, I have another choice, and if you guys don't pick him, which I'm sure you will, I'm definitely picking him because he's a pal, and he's one of my favorites. But
so Liefeld paints.
Liefeld does paint, but that's not the choice. All right, that's a super pal. That's I actually, in all reality, guys, my wife and my kids, if you break it down, are thanks to Rob Liefeld having me move to SoCal.
What?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No,
by the way,
had I never moved to SoCal, I would never have met my wife, would never have had my kids.
I like Nomad Damon's chat. He says, so Wraith of God 3 will be painted comic, right? Now that Aaron has the bug. Yeah, baby.
Maybe one of the covers, maybe. But yeah, I ain't doing the inside, pal. All right, Graham, surprise us with your
I'm going to surprise you with somebody who I don't think anybody knows this artist's name.
Let's go.
Don Spalding. Does that ring a bell to anybody?
I do know the name.
I'd have to see it.
I do know the name.
Don Spalding.
That's not the guy I was thinking of, though.
Was the cover artist for Dell Comics.
Can I bring it up?
You can share it.
Yeah, let's see this.
Ooh, very nice. Look at old Don.
Oh yeah, that's really clean, dude.
Yeah, he did all these amazing Lone Ranger comics. I collect these Dell Lone Ranger comics primarily because the covers are so friggin' awesome.
That's mood. You can tell that's nighttime.
Yeah.
You know,
Smokey the Concast thought it might be Bob Ross.
So was he strictly a cover guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this. He's shooting a knife out of that dude's hand.
That's great.
This must be before the TV show, right? If he's wearing red and not wearing the Clayton Moore costume, would you say, or no?
Actually, the TV show was the first Lone Rangers came out in '49, which is when the TV show began too.
Wow.
But they ended up changing him to the blue, I think, because of the TV show.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Now, do you have any of these books, Graham?
I have most of them.
Oh, really?
Do you really? How many are there?
100 and well, I don't have most of them, but I have a lot of them. There's 120, something like that. I think something like.
Yeah.
This is a later one here. This one's in the early 100s because they changed the mask, I think.
Yeah,
but
he's wearing the blue.
Yep. And he was wearing the blue in the first one too.
What a great costume, right?
Oh, I love the Lone Ranger, and I love the Lone Ranger comics. They're so cool.
How's the art on the inside?
The art's good. You know, it's a little of the same. You know, you could pick up one comic and look at the next one, and it all seems the same.
You know, Brandon, you could also see the influence of his work on yours, because you see with that shadow down by the nose, looks like it inspired your Frankenfuhrer cover. Joe Frankenstein. you were on that one, Graham. We were on the case.
Yeah, I know.
Give her a whole story.
I love the vibrancy of this one. You know,
the
colors are just electric on this.
I just keep thinking like my current day sensibilities, like there should be some bullets hitting like that wall there, like ricochets.
There's
There
one
is
bullet
one.
in the wall.
There's
is
one right below the logo.
Oh, it's by his head. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't hear, Art, you didn't hear the pating? Pating!
I don't know. Nowadays they would made it red or like some kind of hot color so you could really see it. Yeah.
But look how calm he is, you know?
He's the Lone Ranger, man.
Yeah, I know, but he's like, did you guys see that cop who walked up on that dude that had the gun? He was threatening people, and he was sitting on his neighbor's porch.
Yeah, and the cop just walked up and blew him
Walked
away.
right up to him, and he goes, "Drop the gun, drop the gun." The guy points, the cop's like, "Pop, pop, 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 pop."
Yep,
Like,
and it's all
No
over.
way.
yeah, oh, dude, all calm, like cold as ice. This cop. was.
Wow.
You got to send me that video.
He's like, "I'm not."
Yeah,
fucking-
I need to
I'm
see
not
that.
fucking with you today. I'll find it.
You know what's cool
Hard
about
job,
this
man.
is all those Western towns were basically like a street, right?
Yes.
Look at you got the rocks right back there behind that building. So it's like you've got this downtown area and then wilderness right there. But he took the time to put those in when he could have just left the sky there, but he's like, no. And it
I
adds a
think
little
that
bit
is
to-
the sky, Aaron.
No, it isn't.
No.
The
Right
buildings back there,
down by
rocks
the gun
behind there?
barrel. It's
Down by the gun barrel.
Yeah.
Those
Oh, I
rocks
see.
are
Oh,
right
see. Got it. Yep. Right.
Yeah.
One looks kind of like a bird head, like a profile.
Yeah.
Oh, it does look like a
Birdhead
duck.
rock.
No, but I can see what Art's talking about. The highlight on that rock looks like a duck looking
Yeah.
to the right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Goose head. or
But
something.
I just thought it was cool that he'd put that in there because you see that all the time, right? It's like there's just the cliffs behind him. You're in town, but like as soon as you move 10 feet behind one of the buildings, you're out in the wilderness again, So it's
I really like the shadowing
You'll know this
over the
answer.
eyes here. He's got a black mask on, but because the
Yeah.
building is casting a shadow and the hat is casting a shadow, his eyes almost look like they're glowing.
Yeah.
Looks really awesome.
that is
Hey,
a great
Graham, in the TV show, did the Lone Ranger ever fire his gun?
Every
than-
episode.
Did he? Did he ever fire at like a person? Or was it
all the
just
time.
in the air?
But he would always shoot the gun, shoot their hands or shoot the gun out of their hands.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
That's
don't
cool.
mess with him, Art. Don't mess with the dude.
Well, I
man.
just figured he only had so many silver bullets and didn't want to use them up because they were
that's probably expensive back then. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
they're
No, he
expensive
owned
now.
a silver mine. And his nephew, I think, used to run it, or he had these people running it and digging up the silver. So he had unlimited amounts of silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I figured he was melting down all those sheriff badges.
Those were tin.
I know
remember?
the tin boy.
bread.
I ho tin. Oh my god.
Rin tin tin.
Now I know it's obvious, but was there ever a comic or anything like that, or a radio show of the Lone Ranger versus a werewolf with his silver bullets?
Well, there's that comic that was made, but
There was.
oh yeah, there, it might have been Don Sutton. I can't remember it. I know I saw it in the Monster Times.
Oh,
it was
really?
a-
Lone
it was a
Ranger versus
werewolf,
the
Western
werewolf.
werewolf story.
Was Tonto in the comics?
Yeah.
He was the
Oh, yeah.
werewolf.
He turned on him. The Luke Garou.
It's one of those
Oh.
Indian curses or Native American curses.
Wow, Art.
Look at
Yeah,
Art
really
bringing it tonight, man.
Man, he's
All
on
right.
fire.
See if I can
Not-
find that.
An
Yeah. I
excellent.
found that video if you want me to share it.
Yeah,
excellent
yeah.
choice.
All
Okay,
right.
here we go.
Hang on, I got a million tabs open. Hang on a second. Let me go big with this here.
Going
Present.
big.
Present. Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Sounds up. There we go.
Oh, shit, we're gonna watch a guy get shot on his own porch.
Now,
Oh, no.
for full context, this guy was threatening people. He's got a gun. He's on the porch.
Okay.
He's a bad dude, real bad guy. Now he's not on his porch. He's on someone else's porch, threatening them, and they call the cops. And this officer just walks up on him. If you see
He's not on his own porch. He's
No,
on
this is
somebody
a
else.
someone
no,
else's
someone else's.
porch.
No, he's just
Oh,
basically
shit.
menacing someone on their porch.
And he's got a small
With a
gun in his
gun.
hand, which you can't really see, but
With
he's got
It
a
ain't that
small
small.
pistol.
That
You
gun
can
ain't
kinda
that
see
small.
it.
That's a full size. That's like a Taurus or a Glock.
Oh
So-
shit! So he
There we go.
deserved it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Where is this?
I think Indiana,
Okay.
somewhere in Indiana.
All right.
Well,
You know
it
me.
wasn't a
I wouldn't do
blue
this.
state.
I'll check to see where it is.
Wasn't what I think it is. If I'm wrong, tell me, please. Bro, hands
shit.
up! Hands up!
Oh, wait a minute, man. That wasn't a lot of time.
Guy lifted the
It doesn't
gun.
take a nut. Look, he puts the gun up, man. You can't wait.
Right. You're right.
You're fine. You know me. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't what I think it is.
Bam. So it is
Wow.
Indiana police. I think he's in Gary, and like some city that's not really.
Yeah.
So that's.
So did that cop get charged?
I don't
It
think
says it's being investigated.
Thank you, Andy Smith.
Yeah. Well, the guy lifted the gun, pointed right at him. What are you
You're
gonna do?
That
man?
you got to go frame by frame on that stuff.
But you see that cop, he's just like, I'm tired of this shit.
No, it really was. He's
also
like,
like-
listen, raise your hands. No,
Yeah,
bam, 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 bam.
I also like that he kept moving, like he was like a moving target, so he didn't stay right in front of him. He kind of kept moving around to the side, so it'd be harder for that guy to shoot or even accidentally shoot him.
Yeah.
This is a smart guy.
Incredible.
He's alive today because of it too.
Yeah. And the bad guy's not.
No, he's not.
Yep.
He's
All
taking the
righty.
front porch
That was,
temperature challenge.
That was a Lone Ranger moment right there, if I ever saw
Yeah.
one.
That was
Lone
frontier.
Ranger
Notice he didn't try to shoot the gun out of his hand.
That's
like
right.
the Lone
Well,
Ranger.
maybe he did, and he just wasn't as good at. He wasn't as good at aim as the Lone Ranger.
Wait, I thought you were supposed to shoot him in the knee. What the hell?
Well, no, that's why he kept shooting because he kept trying to shoot the gun out of his hand.
Yeah, he kept missing.
I was aiming for the
Damn
gun
it.
in his hand.
I wish that guy would stop moving. I'm trying to shoot his hand. He's doing this to
How
himself.
many shots did he fire?
That
was
was
a
five.
little
Yeah, I think he emptied 15.
That felt like
13.
5. That felt like
Oh,
ba,
it's
ba,
more
ba,
than
ba, ba.
5.
Yeah, I think
There's
it's
more
sort of
than
like
5.
15 or so.
Let's okay.
Let's count
I
them.
want to go exactly. Thank you, Graham. I want to count them.
You want to
No.
count? Well, all right,
I
let's
wanna
go.
I thought it was like
Am I gonna
7.
get struck for showing this video?
No, you won't.
No, it's
all
public.
blurry, but
Oh, listen to
public
these
and it's
guys
blurry.
because it's not their
Yeah.
channel. Oh,
We're
Aaron, just
lawyers.
show it on a
We're
loop.
lawyers,
Just
Aaron.
show
You
it,
can always come
Aaron.
on our show.
And while you're doing it, play some Led Zeppelin in the background.
Gang, 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 gang.
There we go. Hang on.
How did we get on this?
Ridiculous.
I'm confused.
I don't talk about the
What a
Lone
Lone
Ranger,
Ranger moment.
and then Bill
Oh,
was
yeah.
like,
Okay.
"Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
can
you
we
want
play
to
that
see the
Lone Ranger music? Can someone play it?
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, can you play it on yours? And William Tell Overture, and then we'll just play this guy walking up.
Oh my god.
Play the Lone Ranger music.
Oh, forgive us. Here we go.
Well, you know that's just the case. F around and find out.
That is fucking. I'm sharing if you want to see how many shots he fired.
Okay, here we go.
All right, get ready.
I'm gonna
Count
close my
yourself.
eyes." Yeah.
You're fine. You know me. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't what I think it is. If I'm wrong, tell me, please. Bro, hands up! Hands up!
Holy
9,
crap.
10.
I got
9?
10. I got 10.
I got
9,
10.
10.
You said 9-7.
Let's see it. Listen.
You're fine. You
Yeah.
know me. I wouldn't do this if
No,
it
I got
wasn't
10.
what I think it is.
I got
If I'm
10
wrong,
too.
tell me, please. Bro, hands up! Hands up!
Yep, 10, right?
That's 10.
Yeah.
Gen X says 12. I heard 10, but
I heard 9.
Buddy might have shot too. Look at the guy.
You know
Look at his
me.
partner.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
do
they're
this if it
saying
wasn't
in the
what I
chat
think
that
it is. If I'm
his
wrong,
partner
tell me,
got
please.
one off.
Yeah, well, here comes his partner.
Hands up! Hands up!
Yeah,
Yeah,
he shot
he
his
shot
partner shot too.
the guy in the background shot
See, I had my eyes closed, so I heard 10. So guy got 9, and other guy got 1.
It's got to be so
Okay.
stupid to raise
know
up a
me.
gun against in front of a cop.
too. All right, this is getting grisly. This is getting grim.
Oh.
Turned into a video game.
All right, to
How many
Bears.
times
Let's
did you
talk
fire?
about paint, baby.
Hey, Graham, real quick. I'm sorry, but Graham, did the Lone Ranger ever kill anyone?
Not that I know.
I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that.
I heard.
you know,
I heard he may not have been killing any of the ladies, but he was definitely clapping cheeks.
Yeah, he was.
with his chat.
Oh, oh my
Hey,
god.
his Indian girlfriend gave him the hawk tui.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
What you drinking there, Dan?
isn't it amazing how Aaron is the
Lincoln.
most wholesome
It's
of us,
Lincoln.
yet he encourages us to do the most crass content.
Thank
I
you, Aaron.
do.
I'm very
It's always your
comfortable
channel,
whenever
Aaron.
whenever
I
you
know
host.
it is. So art to bear. Have you got a painter you'd like to share with us?
I do have a painter I'd like to share with you. When I was before I broke into the business, I saw this guy's cover work, and I was absolutely amazed that this was comic book artwork or considered comic book artwork. And it's Bill Sienkiewicz. And so,
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
He was-
Good
Yeah,
choice,
he was doing-
man.
yeah, he was doing these New Mutant covers, and they were absolutely. Wait, there's another place where. Hold
What up,
on.
Bro Hawk?
Good old
Thank you,
Bill
Brohawk.
Sienkiewicz. Hmm.
Sienkiewicz, yeah, I think. Are they in the gallery?
Sienkiewicz?
Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah,
so you can see
Sienkiewicz guy.
Electra.
full size here.
Woo!
Oh yeah, that's real Bob Peak looking.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bernie Fuchs.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
stylized.
Yeah,
Really
so I
good.
always like at one point I was thinking, yeah, I want to get into comics so I can do this crazy.
Dude, look at that Superman,
shit.
Schwarzenegger.
Is it? It is not me.
Hey, wait a minute, that's a horrible cropping. That's a horrible cropping right there.
This is horrible. I want you to look at only my neck.
Oh my god.
He is just exceptional.
Yeah,
He
Bill
is.
is the real deal, man.
Yeah, just exceptional.
Even when he traces, because he does, he crushes.
Yeah.
And that's not a
I was
backhanded
thinking
compliment.
that these things went full size, but they don't. They just go smaller.
You know why they don't? Because
they don't want you
they want you to buy them.
Yes.
Right.
You
Not
son of
print them
a.
out on your, not print them out on your home computer.
Art.
Just
Let's
the
see what-
taste.
Okay, here we go. Here's New Mute.
Ah, so good.
Oh, there we go. What? You know,
Man, that's cool.
It is, and it's so
it's so
unconventional.
loose,
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost expressionistic. Then he comes. This is much tighter, though. You know, it's kind of interesting how
Yeah.
he sort of mixes up his approach depending on what he's doing.
I love
But
his
his-
color too.
I also like
Yeah.
the one where he uses like there's some line art, there's like ink line and painting,
Yes.
which is
Mhm.
cool. I'm sorry, you guys. I thought these were all full size, like you get full size images.
No, this is a good. These are nice, tasty tastes. Art. This is
Mhm.
great. I love the New Mutants. I love the iconography on Cannonball. That just straight line for the top of his head. It's
Yeah.
like-
You guys saw the graphic novel he did with Frank Miller, the Daredevil one with
Oh
Kingpin.
yeah,
He
dude.
painted
The,
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
the Kingpin, where he's like just this big
as
round
a
thing with a
house.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiny
Yeah.
little head.
So good. Yeah, Electra Assassin. Look at that. The cover he painted of Detective Comics 400 is one of the ones.
Oh,
that are
yeah.
really
Yeah, that was
solid.
cool. Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
cool.
You remember that pinup he did in what was it, Superman 400 or something, where it was just him flying away, and
Yeah,
it was
just
just
the
like the
cape.
triangle of his red cape pointing to like his head, and you're
Mhm.
just like, that's awesome and ballsy all at the same
Yes.
time.
Just
Yeah.
brilliant. It really is.
That's probably my favorite aspect is the confidence.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
You get to a
Like-
point where you just like you can do whatever you want. And you feel pretty good about
There's
it. and
another
everybody
guy
else-
out there like that.
Jimmy Page.
Jeff Deckel. I think that's how you say his name. Deckel. But he's like that too.
He
Or
really,
Wayshack.
he really is amongst the best of us. Like, just golly. He's
Yeah.
just, God, so great.
Look at that, man. I mean, obviously we can look at it in different ways. You're right, Brohawk. Like that one of the guitarist. I look at it.
Jimmy Page. Yeah,
Jimmy
hold on.
Page.
Yeah,
Not
I
just
look
a
at it.
guitarist, Fragga. Come on, man.
Guy, you know what, man?
Hey, come on, leave him alone. The dude doesn't rap. Fragga doesn't know who he is.
I'm just not that used to seeing a man's face from this angle.
Are you sure? I've seen you look up before.
But what I'm saying is,
Hey,
like,
that angle looks familiar to me.
yeah.
Billy's 80 groupie days are coming back again.
You look at the technique, and I see what he's doing. You know, like the whiteout smudges or the little taps, and like I see the technique. That's all fine and gravy, but the overall image itself, that sort of motion and movement, and he captures this moment so well. The technique out of the way. You know what I
there's
mean?
a lot of energy in it. That is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so kinetic. Yeah, I got a painting I did of Liberace, very similar to that. Very same photo.
Was that the same angle?
Yeah, it was. He's like,
bragging
hey,
on it.
this is a
We're not
great
talking
angle.
about today.
Let me get my camera while I'm down here.
That candelabra work, Billy, in that painting.
Hang on,
was fantastic.
Geek Avenger for $2. They're having a cryptid expo at the fairgrounds. Really? And I missed out on that. So apparently that's next at the Washington County Fairgrounds up there in Puyallup is a cryptid expo. Wow.
What is that?
That would be
What
funny.
is cryptid?
Hey,
like,
you guys. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Skinwalkers,
I got a family emergency. I got to take off.
Really?
Okay, dude. Hope everything's okay.
See Art.
Oh.
Holy fuck, man.
Well, hopefully we'll come
Oh
back.
wait, he didn't
bug out.
leave the stream.
Okay, well, at least Art's little head is there.
Okay. Whew. All right. Well,
It's all good. I hope it's all good.
Yeah,
All
hope
right.
everything's good.
Another rattlesnake in the house, probably.
Well, it looks like it's Billy Tucci's turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Billy's turn. If you want to, Aaron, you want to share my screen? Hang on.
As soon as you give it to me, I
There you go.
will.
If you want to share it.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Now, see, I didn't hear the answer, but I know what it's about. Like I saw the transcript. Did you guys see the video when she answered the question?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
What I like is her friend going, yeah, girl. Like she's right behind her going, yes.
And you know what? She doesn't even bat an eye. She has the answer immediately.
What? I don't even know what that was. And
All right, somebody find it because I haven't seen it. Neither has Aaron.
Okay,
you're gonna.
I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Dan will find it. When
There's
Billy,
Blevins in
so
the
Billy
chat.
can do his guy.
Hey,
I
Dr.
love
Blevins.
you guys.
All right,
Thanks,
let me find mine right here.
Billy's always prepared with material that has nothing to do with the show, but the stuff
I know.
Just keep it going. All right, you want to share, bro?
Hey.
You want to share?
I'm ready.
All right, share it. Let me go to the page and scroll up. Hang on. Find that.
Go ahead and share it. You got nothing to share.
Oh wait, I didn't pick the actual image I want to show.
Yeah, no. It's Massimiliano Frezzato. You got familiar with his work, Margot and Bad Town? Holy shit, dude! This guy.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
shit.
dude, the Tale of the Mazers.
Yep. Let me see if I'm
freaking
yeah.
good.
And you said
man.
Margot and Badtown, right?
He did Margot and Bad Town. That's when I first discovered his work.
Dude, same here. In the Kubert school, they had that album in the school store, and I bought it. I thought it was fantastic.
See, I didn't know about this at all. I
Oh
only
my God!
this
This is nothing. I got to show you, man.
Shit, man.
Look
Oh,
at
is that a
this.
follow-up
Bro.
to Badtown?
Look at this.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
Julie
great.
Strain?
He's so great. That does look like Julie Strain, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does.
He's born in 1967. Bastard. He's a year younger than me.
Holy
Italian.
Yep, Italian guy, but bastard. He's just brilliant. Let me switch back. Look at this stuff, man. Just he's so great. The expressions. I love the show all original art. Now this is just particular original arts from him. Look at this.
Yeah.
He did a Wolverine story once too, right? Like
Did he?
a 5-pager.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
is that a Muppet back there?
A what?
A Muppet back
It
there?
looks
It
like
is
a
a
Muppet,
Muppet
for
back
God's sakes. It looks like that
Oh, it does.
Yeah, if you look up Frezzato Wolverine, you'll find it.
How's it look?
Here's from
It's
Margot
cool.
and Bad Town.
It's cool. He borrows Nick Fury's car or something.
That's the one I have on the left. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to make it larger.
So
don't
he
have
was
any
born
of
in
it.
67.
Yeah.
That thing came out in 91, which means he was working on it because of all the work, probably in 89.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
like 20 years
22.
old.
Oh,
Wow.
now,
That guy.
dude, when that book came out and I got it in 91, if you would have asked me how old the guy was, I just would have guessed, oh God, in his 30s.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Let me see if I got some more on it. More stuff by him. Just a tremendous, tremendous talent.
Yeah.
You know, I had so many windows open, and I've blown it.
Here, bring up that picture of Alice in Wonderland there.
All right, hang
The
on.
black and white one.
Let me go back. I have to go back. Hang on. Is it here? Yeah. Where is she? Out.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
Just beautiful. Look at this.
That's cute. I like that. Look how loose it is too.
Yep. I love artists, and it shows a lot of confidence. You know, you hear about Bisley and stuff, and just how free that he can get. And again, I love the confidence. I love I just what it.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I bring up some of the Keeper of the Mazer stuff?
No, please do, buddy.
Okay, because no, this is all great. It's just I want to get that stuff. I've never seen it before. The stuff I had seen for Keepers of the Mazer was not that one, this one. So these 7 issues, right? This is right around for me, I think this was 98, 99, and it was originally in heavy metal.
Yeah.
Right. And it was like this really cool steampunky post-apocalyptic but archaic, you know. Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, this is the stuff that I saw him from. So that I got to take notes on that other stuff, man.
That's his earlier stuff. This is his, you know, obviously you could see he's a
newer
pro.
Okay. See, I didn't know about the earlier stuff. This is the only stuff I know of his. This and that Wolverine story.
That's cool, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Keeper of the Mazers.
Massimiliano Frezzato.
Massimiliano Frezzato.
You just hurt my head with how old he was when he did Margot in Badtown.
Okay, I got the Hawk too, I think.
So do I. I got it. I got the whole video up. Who you want to serve it?
Yeah, let's show it.
Doesn't matter. You can do it. Doesn't matter.
All right. There we go. Hawk to a girl. What to know about the viral TikTok sensation? The exact video. Yeah.
No, just play the video.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Here it is. Wait a minute.
There
we are.
There it is.
No. There it is. There it is. You ready?
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over a breakup?
The only way to get over one is get under another.
Don't miss.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
And that's when she did.
So there you go. That's the Hawk tour, guys.
I like when Snoop Dogg goes, man, she don't miss.
She don't miss. Just spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
He had an answer for everything. You know?
Oh my gosh.
The way to get over one relationship is to get under another.
Yeah. And I
Bro, Hawk to
all the ladies out there for Aaron Lepresti giving us the transcript for us to follow.
Yeah, exactly.
The itinerary was there.
Kino Reviews throwing $5 my way. Thank you so much. He says, great meeting everyone at the con. Hail to the panel and to the chat.
What's up, Kino?
Hello.
Kino drove all the way out from Indiana for that show.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Eric Boyd was, Aaron, don't watch it. Too late.
Too late.
Wow. Okay.
Love you, Pookie.
Love you, Pookie.
Spit on that thing.
Pookie's adored. Okay.
I love you, Pookie.
What is going on? What is going on?
So
right
Marcus says in the chat she has merchandise for sale now.
Better, dude. I'm like, the iron is hot. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh, mama. Okay.
Way to go, Aaron. Way to
Here
go.
we go. Here's my choice. I got a lot of them because I didn't know what you guys would be picking. But I love this guy's stuff. Of course,
thank
it's
you.
Eric Powell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes, dude! No joke.
Do you blow that up?
Yeah.
I've never seen this one.
Yeah. I brought up Eric Powell. We were talking about our favorites, like black and white artists. Remember?
Yes.
How good he is.
His paintings are just ridiculously good. I found this one of it was a girl like reclining in this like old style dress, and it was like near a brook or something. It was trees in the background. It was just beautiful. And I was like, I think I emailed him out of the blue and just said, man, I saw this painting. I can't even believe it. And it was an oil painting. I mean, this guy, I mean, just his black and white stuff is great. His color stuff is fantastic. I don't know. This must have been for a Swamp Thing, annual or something.
Let's see the bloody faces before you close that out. Go
yeah.
I love his faces.
Now, what is that painted in? Watercolor or acrylic? Do you know?
It's not watercolor. It's too vibrant. It's got to be acrylic. I don't think it would be oils. Because
hey, wait a minute. Don't say it's too vibrant. If you use a watercolor that uses, instead of cornstarch as a binder, use honey, it doesn't lose vibrancy.
You can also juice them up when you scan them. Like I've done watercolors before that were really kind of flat, and I got them in Photoshop and just adjusted the contrast a little bit, and suddenly they're just like exploding off the page. All right, here's another one. No, this is pretty sure this is an oil painting. It could be acrylic though. What do we do with it? There it is. Look at that.
Wow. Oh, wow. That does look like acrylic.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, you can tell in the pants.
The colors in the skin, man. I love that they're adding colors to that flesh. And it's not just various stages of, burnt sienna.
Well, yeah, it's like you talked about guys having confidence. I mean, look at this. It's just freaking awesome, man. And I love when guys, you have like this kind of lumpy chest. It just feels more real, rather than just kind of like perfectly rounded or whatever. It's just indentations and squared off. It just looks really, really cool. This guy does a ton of painted work. And oh my gosh, this is all the way back 1999.
Now, see, that's goopy looking. That looks like oil.
Well, it could be, yeah, but if you lay that acrylic on thick, you can get that look. This looks acrylic-y to me, that forearm right there. This looks kind of oil back here, but that looks
it does. It looks oily to me too.
It could be either. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, back here, this looks more like oil than it does acrylic back here, because you can't mix acrylic. You got to lay it over the top of each other, and this looks mixed. So it could be oil. Because I know he paints with that. That's the thing. It's like he paints in watercolors, he paints in oils, he paints in acrylics. It's like, dude, give the rest of us a break, man. Awesome. And his characters, I love his characters too. They're just so, it's like kind of like
he's got a good mix. He's cartoony and it's just I mean, the Goon is great. Did you see the 4-issue Superman he did with Jeff Johns?
No,
with Bizarro.
I didn't know. Oh, I see. I did. I saw the Bizarro. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was good.
Very cool. So anyway, that's
cool. All right.
That's my first pick because I figured someone was going to nab him if I didn't go in there quick. So, all right, Andy, what do you got for our second round here?
Okay, so don't share it yet. So this is one of the nice things about, I will say, there are positives with social media is that, I bought this guy's first work back when this came out, late 90s. And then, fast forward years and it's like social media friend request. He accepted, we've DM'd a few times. Enrico Marini, you can share it now. So this is the first work of his I bought. And it was English.
That's gorgeous. Wow.
English translation is what I've got. I've got the 4 volumes of it. It's a great story too.
There's so much suaveness in that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That cityscape is awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. Nice.
Well, and then I also have up, he did 2 Batman graphic novels a few years back as well. And those are fantastic. But once again, talking about like the age thing where that one guy Billy shared was only 22, you know, this guy's my age.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, I had no idea when this came out, like 98, because I don't do anything really in color. So I just admire the hell out of it when I see it. And then
That
I learned
middle
that he's my
panel-
age. And I'm like, huh?
That middle panel on the previous page, that low angle shot of them like leaving the
Oh yeah, and the
that.
browns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, the crystal-
Again, look at the depth. You know, you got
Yep.
through the door. There's another door, and there's people behind that.
Yep. Oh my gosh, yeah, there is. And he kind of grays it out so it, you know, it's there, but it's not the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Super nice.
That's a damn good
Yeah,
choice, buddy.
This guy's stuff is just really good. So let me bounce over to the Batman thing. Where was it? Here we go.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's cool.
I think he wrote this too. And this is a few years old now. And they did do one it was 2 volumes, you know, like a part 1, part 2. Then they did do a hardcover of the whole thing. I mean, these were hardcover in the first place, but you know, a collection, whatever. And his Joker's just different. It's not, you know, he's not like, oh, I like the Neil Adams Joker, or I like this Joker. You know, it's kind of, you know, his or whatever. But yeah, I love the color in this stuff.
He was using such a subdued palette, you know, it's really cool. Very
Mhm.
effective.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
So,
Sorry about that.
no, that's okay. Like that Batman back there. Oh, that's just so cool.
That's a good.
And he did a book called Rome as well.
Some fun.
And look
stuff.
at that. Just the blues in it and stuff now at night. Mm. Oh, there you go. I thought that was cool. So, yeah. So, my second choice.
Nice, very good. We got some
That is a nice second choice, Andy.
do I
thank
dare
you,
say we
Billy.
have an eclectic group of artists here? This is very good.
Hey, real quick, because we're probably going to get through 3 rounds. I'm not going to use this one anymore because it always sparks, you know, when we go through, I think, of stuff. Did you guys ever see Star Raiders that Jose painted the whole thing?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Garcia Lopez.
I've seen that, but I haven't flipped through it.
I didn't know what that
Yeah,
is.
it is. I couldn't find it online to show you guys, but yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
the whole thing is painted. There are some
Oh.
panels in totally different styles, and I just love it. And it's based on Aaron's favorite Atari Force, except it's called Star Raiders.
I love Atari Force.
Well, I think you're joking, Graham, but I do love Atari Force.
I do. I bought them all.
All right, there you go. See, Graham and I
I
have so
mocked
much in
them
common.
all. I remember someone was watching
All right, there you go.
Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. I took my Atari Force comics and threw it at the TV set while they were watching Abbott and
Watching the
Costello Meet
greatest horror
Frankenstein.
comedy ever.
Mm-hmm. I said, put on Star Trek 2 for crying out loud.
Wow. The hate,
Whoa.
the venom.
Aaron!
No, you got you know, you gotta wait a minute here and hang on a second. I don't think we should be making fun of Shatner without giving him his proper due here. So there it is.
Sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
That's from your show, Graham, the Starfleet show with
The landing
Garney.
party.
And Garney told the story when he met
That-
Shatner.
the Spacey
Oh.
People show.
You're sitting on the couch.
It was so sad because Ron wanted to meet him so badly, and then he had to be such an a-hole when he met him.
Yeah, you should have been there though when he came back from it, because Dennis and I were there when he walked up to the table and he goes, "Well, I just met Shatner." We're like, "Well, how was it?" And he was just like, "It just ruins everything," or something like that. And we're like, "What happened?"
Oh, that sucks.
Like, Graham, by the time he got to your show, he was so much different from Sunday.
I'll bet
he was really beaten down.
Oh my God. When I saw him at Heroes Con last week, I go, good to see you're chipper again. And he's like, God damn Shatner.
He had me laughing when he took a knee then to talk to him. He's like, "You're getting on your knees?
Yeah.
You're taking a knee?"
My God, man, what are you doing? Get off your knee.
Get up off your knees.
When he said, "Who is that? Who is this?" He's just like,
unbelievable. $2 from Leg Kick. Thank you so much. He says, "How is that Atari Force #1, Aaron?" Yeah, we'll get to that on Sunday. He gifted me that at the con, the Atari Force.
No way.
He's a good man.
"Did you at the con?"
Is he? Is he really?
He
I
is
don't
a
know.
good man.
We'll see.
Dude, the art in that book is fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do 3 rounds, right?
Well, hopefully.
Okay, because I'm really torn.
I'm
Not
wrapping
if
this
you
up
keep
at
asking
6
questions,
regardless.
Dan. Speed it along.
Okay, shit, damn, Andy, damn and shit. I'm gonna say that 2 swear words, damn and shit. So when I was a kid, this guy was the pinnacle of comic book painting, and his name was everywhere. And I got to do one of my first signings with this guy, and we became lifelong friends afterwards.
Oh, excellent.
Rob Liefeld.
No.
Oh.
We had I forget if it was I think it was a 48-ounce porterhouse from Morton's, and we had to eat the whole thing plus the bread and potato, and if we did, it was free. And we decided to race each other. He beat me, but we both completed the mission. I want to talk about my good friend Joe Jusko.
Oh, look.
Smoking Joe. Joe brings the heat.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, this is where I first started seeing his stuff. You know, was the Punisher magazine covers. I was buying these comics because they were black and white reprints of the Zek.
Look at that skull in the background. How good that is.
I know, right?
I know.
He doesn't mess around, and this is from 35 years ago. He hasn't skipped a beat. Now he's out there doing all the Tarzan covers. I remember getting this one. This one was a lot of fun too. I mean, look at that city back there.
Yeah.
No, he guy's nuts. You know, he told a story of I think Romita was the art director, and he was pitching this cover idea to him. And he says, "If you draw all that money," he goes, "you gotta nail it. You know, it's kind of believable."
Dude.
And so he brings the painting in, and I guess I'm trying to remember exactly how it went, but he brought the painting in, showed it to Romita, and Romita's like, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
Seriously, look at that, man.
Yeah, look at that. This is all paint, guys. And that face, it's so rage-filled. It's so good. So my pal Joe Jusko, he's done a lot of stuff and a lot of Punisher covers. He's of course got this is Jusko too. He's got these really great set of prints that you can get at conventions, these corner box recreations that he does in his Jusko vision. And of course he's got the Edgar Rice Burroughs Tarzan cover series, and he's the official guy now.
He's doing the Warlord of Mars now, the John Carter.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But he's the guy. Like, he was actually my #1 pick, and I thought you guys were going to go for it. But Joe is, and he's still working. If you guys ever get a chance to meet him, do it.
He's a great guy.
I introduced him to Shane.
He's been giving
me. Shane wanted to meet him.
He's been giving me tips. He's been giving me tips as I go along in my painting. He's very, what do you call it? Forthright with information. Very nice guy.
Yeah. So did you guys? I know I asked Aaron before the show, but did you guys see his time lapse of the Hulk head? He did.
Yes, I did. It's so good.
I told Aaron I downloaded it.
Right? Do we want to pull it up? Pull it up.
I downloaded it and then slowed it down to 5 minutes so I could just see a little more.
You have it on your computer?
Yeah, if we want to kill 5 minutes, I have it.
No. Well, what about the faster version?
Well, that's I'll have to look, see if I have it, because I might have just rewrote over it to the file. I mean, Dan, just go to his Facebook page.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
What's Graham into?
Yeah. Well, as we're searching in the background for this, Graham, you're up. What do you got for us?
I'm up. Oh, okay. Hold on.
He's like,
I will present.
You having a show?
And let's see, where are we here? Here we go. There we go. Okay. So this is the first probably painted cover I ever saw.
Oh, you bastard.
I love it. And I love so many of his painted covers for the magazines he did. You can share it now. The one and only Neil Adams.
Yeah.
I knew somebody was doing it. That's why I didn't even touch it. Oh, that is so good.
Yeah. That's the first Savage Sword of Conan I ever bought and read. It's the first John Buscema Alfredo Alcala book. It's number 2, and it had this killer Conan painting. Like, I love the leg on the guy that he's holding in the air. Look at the musculature, there. It's not like a bodybuilder, but it's lean, and it's same thing with Conan too. He's powerful and strong, but I mean, damn, Neil could draw muscles.
Yeah,
dude, it's Dr. Martin Dies too.
Yeah, and if you've ever seen the original, it was in the sun. It's all browned out now.
I know.
So I'm sure the original looked even better than this, because this is the printed version. But I can only imagine what the original in its day, when he first turned it in to be scanned, what it looked like.
Well, he told me he did them on because I talked to him for a while about the Tarzan covers, and he said he did them on like this really thin paper as well. And he won't even at least when I talked to him, he's like, paintings, I don't consider those paintings. They're just colored drawings. I inked them. I did inking with sepia, and then I just went in with Dr. Martin Dies. Like it's nothing.
Yeah, right. That's a painting.
I know.
Yes.
Is that the only one you got, Graham? Or no, you got another one here.
Yeah, yeah.
God, look at that.
Yeah, I got a couple. Yeah. He did a bunch of these kung fu paintings that were just
hang on a second, let me bring it up again. I screwed that up. Why is that not hang on a second. There we go. There For some reason it's showing this and not all of us, but that's okay.
Okay.
Well, now we're not. Yeah.
You must be on like full screen or something.
It is.
Dude, the light on his rib cage.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi's or Bruce Lee, whatever his rib cage. Good Lord, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that kicker light he's got coming in from the top there, that yellow.
Look at all your Hollywood talk.
Yeah.
And look at the motion, like this motion here. This is really neat.
And you could feel the snap too, right?
Yeah.
Look at the motion lines in there.
Yeah, again, the very lean, musculature. So good.
Nobody beat the shit out of Bruce.
Except maybe this guy.
That's right.
Billy Jack.
Yeah.
Eat my foot.
Was this a movie poster?
I don't know what it was for. It might have been. It looks like it was a movie poster, doesn't it?
It's got a lot of logo room.
Yeah.
Well, he did the movie poster for, what was that called? Grizzly Bear or whatever?
Yeah, Grizzly, yeah.
Grizzly,
yeah. Not his finest, but
that's a nice
one. A big
this one is
on
cool. I love this one. I love the lighting.
I just love the gesture of the figure getting kicked. The dude getting kicked.
The foot, the toes are in different positions and stuff. It's not like just like this is.
Well, he got those subtleties down,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Neil is commercially trained. I mean, he was a comic book artist, but he also worked worked quite a bit in commercial art, and so he did a lot of things really well.
I miss him.
Yeah, so that's what I got for Neil.
Okay, well, you didn't share my favorite painting of Neil's ever. I happen to have it though. It's right here.
Oh, of course.
I love that. It's Monsters Unleashed. I think it's number 4 or something, one of the magazines, but I love this painting.
Is that the one with the first appearance of the Man Thing or no?
No. That was Savage Tales #1 was first appearance of Man Thing with the John Buscema painted cover. So.
Can you blow up on that at all?
Sure. What do you want to see, the chick or the monster?
Actually, the monster. Rendering
he wants to show the chick his monster.
Yeah.
Well,
he did.
There it is.
The the stuff that he would do with markers looked almost just like this. It's like once they created those Copic markers, not like he wasn't doing great marker stuff before, but when they created the Copic markers, he was just like, yeah, no need for water anymore, when it came to like watercolor and stuff, and he would layer the same way.
Well, again, speaking of commercial art, when you're doing like commercial storyboards, not for like movies or anything like that, but for like presentation, yeah, you're using markers. It's all marker and marker bond.
Yeah,
back in the day it was.
That's where I learned to use them.
Well, it's all Photoshop now.
Yeah, I was going to say, now it's all digital.
Yeah, but back
don't they have a term in Photoshop? It's like kit bashing, but it's somehow. Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, all right. I hope everything's all right, buddy.
Back. Hope it's all good.
Where they take like just images and they kind of kit bash it, like they take like a building and they just throw it in the background, and then they take a car and they just kind of throw it in there. I hate that kind of artwork. You see it in concept stuff, and I'm like, this is just cheating.
Our friend Brian Murray told me this story one time of back in the day when he was doing boards like the way Aaron was talking about with all the markers. Prismacolors was the big brand.
Yep.
And Brian had like a jumbo suitcase, like one of them big ones, like just huge. And he said he was walking across, I don't know if it was for Deke or somebody, but he was crossing Sepulveda, and he said the latch broke and all of the markers scattered all over the street. I was like, oh my God.
And those things in the day were probably a couple bucks each.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm so glad that it's like an iPad now,
You know what I hated about Prismacolor pencils is like Prismacolor pencils, they were expensive even in the day. And if you drop one of those things, they will shatter inside that wood. So as you're sharpening them up, those leads would just kind of fall right out.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Dan, did you see how many Copics Bob Sharon had at his desk across from us at the show?
I didn't. I wish I would have went over and talked to him. No, I didn't. I didn't see it.
I did. He's a really, I've never met him. He's a really nice guy. I actually bought a print from him.
He actually colored some of the color guides in the very first Black Flag.
Oh, wow.
It was him and Linda Medley. Those were the two colors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love his Bob Sharon, Petra Scottis. Those were like the two, and obviously Lynn Varley, but those were the colorists that I was always just blown away by. But look at this Hulk, man. He's just knocking it out.
I saw this. This is amazing, man. He did that right at the show, right?
Yeah, you got to be talking to people while you're doing it.
In front of people, that's the thing, man. Like I'm at like maybe 45-50% of my powers when I'm at a show. It's really hard to talk and draw, and you know, it's and look at this, Jeez.
You can see
here's the great thing too. It's like he did this in an hour, and it's like, I'd like to buy it. How much?
Yeah, that's the disgusting part.
Look at that.
Well done, brother.
I love the dark green gums.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
That's so
and
cool.
The thing is, it's not even like a con sketch. That's like a finished painting, know.
I know.
He's just showing
off. He told me when he was doing some of those trading cards for Marvel back in the early 90s, they were some of them right in 8x11, some were smaller, and he's like, man, I knocked some of those out in like an hour and a half.
What?
And I'm just like,
how? But he's got the confidence, man. He just
look at what he did was very systematic. He laid down that green, his mid-tone, and then he just went in with the darks and everything. Then he popped in the highlights and done, and it's like,
Hey, is he the guy that did those corner symbols, like those Marvel ones, and he did like renderings?
Yeah.
Those things are so freaking cool.
He even had ages them. He ages them coming down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the edges are aged and stuff.
Yeah. I was saying, I got a bunch of them signed by him on my wall here.
I only have
that's Fury.
Cool. I have Nick Fury, and that's it.
Because
I like Namor.
The prints are sold the shape of the corner symbol, right?
Yeah, they're like tall and long.
Yeah, they're long and narrow.
And when he did them, if you look, he kept the outline of the original artist of the drawing and then did all his type of style inside the original outline.
Yes.
Which just makes it so
one,
cool.
the Captain America one, and I think it's Spider-Man.
God,
That Spider-Man's that Ditko one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Where he's
You know,
kinda
in the day, he would be doing those Aurora model kit covers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah,
sure.
he would have been. Yeah. All right, Art, you're back. You got something else you
Oh.
want to share with us?
Yes, I do. I'm glad I was a little prepared. I used to share with on Photoshop, so I just save the images and bring them into Photoshop. But for some reason, Photoshop is not working with StreamYards anymore. So I got to figure out a new way to do this. So
Really, when you share the screen, you can't choose entire screen.
it won't go into Photoshop somehow. Photoshop. I heard there's some hanky panky with Photoshop, but it won't let me share.
Wild.
Photoshop.
You have like a regular image viewer,
right?
I use Preview. You know, I don't know if you're on a Mac or a PC. On a PC, I'm sure there's
It's just a PC, but
I'm sure there's an image viewer on there where you can just load a bunch of JPEGs.
yeah, I think that's how I'm going to have to start doing it. So are you guys seeing this? This is Jean-Claude Mobius.
Oh, good one. Dude.
Great choice.
I'm glad you guys think that, because I really like the combination of like this full kind of rendered color with like ink line over it. It's like Travis Charest does stuff like this, and even some of that Bill Sienkiewicz stuff was it wasn't like full on painting. It still had kind of this ink line. And I'm not sure how they do this, if they paint it and then ink over the painting, or if they're doing it as like that blue line color, you know, where you have that cell with the line art that goes over the painted image. But
I'll tell you what, Art. I'll tell you what. I can answer your question. I saw this piece. I saw this original in Paris in 2005. There was a dual exhibition with Jean-Gerard Mobius and Miyazaki, and they had all kinds of their art, and this was there, and it looked just like this. So I'm sure.
Oh my
sure it was probably like drum scanned or photographed.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I just love this stuff because I mean it's so like the color is so, I don't know,
otherworldly.
Yeah, it's inspired, you know, like you don't really see this stuff, and then and it's readable too. Like it's almost like it's monochromatic, the backgrounds, but it's not. You know what I mean? There's still a lot of color going on, and then you know, with the image of the guy flying the weird alien looking bird is all white, and you know it really stands out.
And then that blue on his arm, and on the saddle.
It's all saturated. Yeah, it's not grayed down like the background stuff. I mean, there's a lot going on here, not just the drawing and the inking, but also just the thought work and the coloring. And there's texture work too. Was his blueberry stuff, was that blue lined, or was it done like
I don't know. I didn't see any blueberry.
I think it was.
I mean, it depends on the year, I guess. What year was blueberry?
Because that's Gier. That's a whole different artist. Same guy, but Gier is not Mobius.
No, I thought Mobius did the Lieutenant Blueberry stuff.
He did.
He did.
But he didn't sign it as Mobius, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he signed it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the exhibit I saw was a Mobius exhibit. They had no Gier work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let me see, because I don't trust myself. I'm going to come back, and then I have another piece that I want to share with you. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah.
Art doesn't trust himself. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, I never trust myself, and you shouldn't either. So here's a Jimi Hendrix wraparound cover. Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
And I believe it has to be done the same way, even though there seems like there's more. No, I was gonna say there's more flats going on, but there really isn't. And some of the stuff is almost watercolor, where it's just kind of like watered down, like his hair. It almost looks like it's there's a transparency to it.
I wonder, are those dyes, do you think, or are they watercolors?
Maybe.
Could be like a dye.
Also, a lot of these Europeans
pretty vibrant.
using
it's very bright.
the aquarels, which are colored pencils that you can fade out with water.
I love those things. Oh my gosh, I used to use those in life drawing, where you could like wet like parts of your artboard, right? And so when you're drawing, it'll actually hit that water and just kind of like expand. Yeah, it explode. Yeah, those things are cool, man. I dug that stuff. Yeah, but this thing's always like, I'm not a big fan of bright colors, but man, this thing just works with the vibrant purples and yellows and stuff like that. And are you experienced? Are you guys experienced? Huh? And I don't know what he's eating, but that stuff in the bowl right there almost looks like ice cream. Almost.
Looks like he's eating alien food, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever is in his glass is very similar to what's in the bowl, like the way it's moving.
Yeah. And this stuff in these little vials right here, I got a feeling those things go up the nose.
Or in the veins. But look at the JH, like the embroidery on either side.
On his lapels.
The lapels. There you go. And then he goes and he's so cool. He puts some Mobius drawings in the background.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, there's Mobius drawings, but then there's like, it looks like it's supposed to be a window. Like there's a crime going on outside.
Yeah.
It looks like some kind of Dick
frame. I think it's a frame.
Is it framed artwork?
Yeah, I think it's framed artwork because it looks like you could see a perspective on the frame on the left side there.
Oh
yeah, I thought it was maybe like the window frame because it looks like there's a latch.
You know where the mistake is in this then? Unless it was intended, the vanishing point and horizon are the same as Jimmy. You know, like the subject.
Right.
Like it's right. It comes right about where you sit. Yeah, it's right at his eye level where he's sitting. So
yeah, that's what makes it more confusing.
Yeah. And
but
probably
that could be intended. It could be.
Yeah, it's probably like Graham said. I mean, it's probably supposed to be a picture because now that you do point it out, like the perspective would be off if that was actually a street scene.
Right.
Yeah. But my gosh, I mean, I love this. I love the little stipple, like the stipple hatch that he does.
Yeah.
Everything this guy does is just, I find so much, it just makes me want to draw. It makes me want to create stuff. Yeah. So anyway, that's my choice. My choice is Mobius, even though I can never say his full name. It's Jean. What is
Jean Girard.
Jean Girard. Well, my favorite choice is always taking super chats. So this is from Sigma Comics for $10.
What up, Sigma?
Hello.
Thank you very much for that, Sigma. Warm shout out to the professionals. Dan and Andy were the first guys I met on this journey, and they're a true inspiration. You're all top notch and great representatives of your craft. Keep kicking butt. Thank you so very much.
He's a great representative of the craft.
Come over the weekend.
Because I don't know what the exact percentage is. It could be all of it, but profits from his comics go to saving animals, rescuing animals, which is like a massive cause. And he's been out there. I've seen him now for a few years and very consistent and really fun stuff.
Very nice. Okay, Billy, do you have any more violent videos you can show us, or do you have some artwork?
Yeah, let's share it. Yeah. All right, this is an artist. His name is
Black Set.
That was my third.
Oh yeah,
that was
dude. This guy's stuff is great.
Juanjo
Guarnido, and this guy with Black Sad is fucking bomb.
Damn it, man. Billy! I have no third choice. I'm out.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Well, we're running out of time anyway, Bragas.
I got a sketchbook of his a few years ago that's fantastic.
He's so freaking good.
Over the decades, comic book writers and artists have proven the unique versatility of the medium and its power to blend vastly different genres.
Well, just go ahead and mute it. You can speak to it.
Yeah, mute it and speed it up.
Techniques can be explored in ways that may not be possible.
The thing, I mean, outside of his expertise, I mean, first off, he draws you can tell the man can draw.
Yeah.
He can also paint. He understands light in a way. He's an incredible storyteller. But the thing that I find the most impressive is the anthropomorphized animals and how they extend these human emotions. Like when this guy who's like a cat goes into a bar and it's filled with reptiles and they look like sleazy individuals, but they're reptiles. Like, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Every character, like a person like that. But
didn't this guy work in animation first? I thought
perhaps, but look at
he's
dude.
from Spain.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
I know.
he's so good.
Yeah.
Ah,
Isn't it
Look at
great?
that. Look at
He's
the
just great,
background,
man.
man.
He really is. He's just great.
Yeah, those backgrounds are killer.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. It looks exactly like Humphrey Bogart. That's amazing.
Yep.
Pork chops and applesauce.
So these must have been his
Inspirations.
Dashiell Hammett. Yeah. These guys are on coke.
Yeah.
It's a Maltese Falcon, isn't it?
The things that dreams are made of.
Yeah.
That's why that's the graphic novel that I own, because I don't own it all. But
I mean, it's God.
Look at him shove that gun down that dog's throat.
Yeah, but look at this, man.
And for
how many times did he fire?
As lighthearted as this stuff looks, there's sex and violence that are like, super rated R.
Oh, this is very
yeah.
adult. Yeah, this is very
Look how Lauren Bacall she is,
So much so.
I like that the girls have like human hairstyles, like all the guys don't. They just have normal.
Look at that guy right there. Yeah. Boom.
Look at that.
Yeah, this guy's a master.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, when Disney did that Zootopia, this is what they wanted to do.
Look at that.
It was
cool. Back. I mean,
it
look
was
at
cool.
the amount of work he puts in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of
There's
every
no shortcuts. No
look at
shortcuts.
Look, even Cop has a blanket for the child, maybe, like on the right-hand side of the panel.
But look at all the little subtleties, like that hand holding the tree in the foreground.
Yeah,
that guy dropping
look at that. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's just a facial expression. You know what I
Great.
mean?
Now I got to work harder on my next book. Thanks a lot.
Is this that Red Soul? Was that
that rooster? That's hilarious.
Because I've only got 3.
Are they on the thing you sent me?
See, I have that one. Yes.
Whoa, nice.
Just
Look at that.
You know what? I just thought of something. I would kiss a dog if she looked like.
Yeah, but look at this, man. Just look at
I
all
just figured out what would make us kiss a dog.
Billy, no joke. This is a cinematic masterpiece. Had this been a shot on film,
yeah,
this is in this man's mind.
Yeah.
Like look at that.
Look at that.
Go back a few pages.
That's one I have.
God, I have that one too.
Wait, after this one, watch this. Look at that.
That one, yeah. Look at that.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, the detail, just crazy.
Listen, this mule here, he's only got one leg.
I'm walking here.
Hey, whatever he is, just
look at that panel.
That looks like it right out of Hello Dolly.
Oh,
it does.
Love his cars are just great. Look at that.
Every single thing he does is.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that sky.
Yeah. Yeah, it's making me
Holy
ill.
shit.
It's making me ill. Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah. No, here's the other part though. I've met him twice. He's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, rooster.
Billy broke the stream. He brought the best.
Stream again. See, I don't
Look
know
at
what
that
I'm
interior.
about. Look at that.
Aircraft.
Are you freaking kidding me? Look at this.
His down shots are always perfect.
He's like shot this lizard guy, and he's like, man, I'm freaking tired. I need to smoke.
That's right. It's like that cop on the porch. The part we didn't see was he kicked that perp off the couch and sat down in the blood. And was like, that was tiring.
His partner had a shot.
And have a couple of laughs.
Oh yeah, because you can see the blood right here, right through him.
Yeah,
that's great stuff, man.
Yeah, up our games, y'all.
Tarzan.
What did they bring in? They
Glen
probably
King.
said he worked on Tarzan if they brought that in. Billy, can you send me that video?
No.
Thanks.
No, yeah, of course. Of course. But, I mean, look at, yeah, it just gets better. I'm watching it. It's I gotta play it. If you can
No,
share
I want to get the information from
Aaron.
it.
Yeah, if you want to share it, Aaron, my screen again. Let me go back a little bit. Hang on. I mean, this stuff just gets better, man.
Look at the sneer on that Fox guy. Oh, yeah, girl.
He's like, whoa.
Look at that. He's old.
Look at that gorilla.
I know. So many, like, the guy knows how to do acting. He knows how to do compositions. Yep. He knows how to do lighting. Right? He knows how to do storytelling. He knows how to do exaggerate. Fuck this guy. I'm with you, Graham. I'm on the fuck this guy campaign with you.
All right, how about that? That'll really piss you off. Look how great. Jeez.
Wow.
It's Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah. Looking over to the right. A little trouble there.
Oh, look at that.
So much light.
These are so, each one of these panels is so freaking complex. I can't believe it.
I know. You just look at this and go, how do you get this work done?
Hang on. Let me get back to that one.
What, the parade?
Yeah.
The Mardi Gras.
So fast. I have it going so fast. Hang on.
Slow it down.
Yeah, I'll slow it down now.
Do what Andy does.
I mean, there's no sound, so we're not going to get struck.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You see the girl pulling down her skirt, and that kid, the fox, is looking at her like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even looking at what's going on.
Look at this. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, my
Wow.
God.
I mean, I look at this stuff, and I'm like, do you think he does, like, color roughs for, like, each page really small?
Or it's all in his
just
head.
as like, I've done this long enough, I'm just going right in.
Yeah.
Next time I see him at a show, his English isn't great. It's like trying to talk to Luis Jose Garcia. You know, you're like, you're so great. Oh, thank you. You know, and it's like, I want to know some things. My English not good. Fuck. You know, I got to go learn Spanish. Thanks.
I'll go get a translator. It's worth it.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God. Super high society dinner. Yeah. And don't tell me he did his own lettering too, because then I'm just
most of these guys do though.
I know. I hate them. Look at that, dude. I hear this. I can hear this panel.
Yeah. Look at the back. Look how the streets go back. The block. You just go down the block. Look.
Yeah.
And he does
shadows on the buildings.
And
the street curves, the buildings turn.
There's different perspective points.
Yeah, the depth perception, because the foreground characters are so in shadow, and you get the people in the sunlight.
Come on, man.
Great angle.
But then he does great action. It's not like, oh, I'm really good at these outdoors.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Alligator guy.
Dude, that's for real acting though, because it's so human, but that's a goose.
And look at the subtlety, the turn of her foot.
Look at that face on the fucking.
Yeah.
Look at the turn of her foot down there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the subtlety.
Like what? Okay.
Even
I'm gonna think about getting a job driving a truck now.
Right.
Just great stuff, man. God bless him. Oh,
My God.
Look at that.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Right? Look at that. Look at that.
He even does like lacy detail on her underwear, where most people would be like, "Yeah, she just has underwear on."
How about the motion blur on the snow back there? How about that?
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
Yeah. Like that chick is dead.
Yeah.
I know. It just gets worse. It's
or better or worse or
damned too.
And it's so consistent. Like the style is so consistent. Like the characters are always on model.
And see that ghost? She's a ghost.
She's a ghost.
Yeah.
She's haunting him.
Wow.
I love you, Juanjo.
Black Sad. Believe
I
it.
love you, Juanjo.
Well, I think we should just end the show. Aaron, whatever you're about to show better be good.
It better be really good.
Do without Billy.
It's like, and Aaron Lopresti, bring out that.
Well, before Aaron goes, I mean, while we're on the subject of animals, I have an animal video. This would be like Billy, if he was an animal. You want to share my screen?
Oh, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, can somebody please take a picture of me? Hello?
It's the Billifin.
The Billifin.
She's going to hot two on that thing.
Oh man.
That boy.
You know, keep that video away from what is his name, Frank Cho.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
you know he draws like
crazy?
fish on women's breasts and all that stuff.
At Extreme, we used to play a game in the bullpen where we would try to assign animals to people. You know, like Byron Tallman was a lion, Marat Michaels was a bear. I think Rob was a frog.
What were you, Dan?
A hyena.
Wow, that's not very flattering.
I don't think that's good.
Oh, because I was always laughing at everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Not,
well,
not our personality
I'm going
types.
to veer this show right back on course here so we can
Good.
end on the proper note. Okay.
Hey, Ron Garney's not here.
We'd never get back on track if Ron was here. Okay, here we go. How about Nestor Redondo? The
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes.
I'd forgotten he had done covers.
Yeah, he did a lot of these Savage Sword.
He's not around anymore, is he?
No, he passed away.
He's gone. R.I.P.
Look at this guy's face down here.
Dude, I totally forgot about him. I always think of painting, or I mean, black and white, and just the beautiful rendering and stuff he does.
Yeah.
Or did.
Gary Martin had one of his paintings from a Savage Sword cover. Original.
No way.
Yeah, nice oil painting.
Yeah. What's the sad part is because you said had.
Well, he had to sell it. You know, the lean years
Oh.
come sometimes and hit us all.
Yes.
Here's another one.
Holy crap.
And these, as far as I know, were all oil paintings. So that's a pretty complex piece of work. I wonder what the deadline was on this.
You know what the weird thing is? Like Boris Vallejo must have been good at marketing because this stuff is better than Boris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody. Yeah. I agree. In a way.
Early Boris stuff was rougher and cooler looking. Like you look at the cover to Savage Sword #1. It's much more powerful. And then he got so photographic and his figures all, from photographs. And it just, he'd stick
It was
a
lifeless.
chick in a bikini and throw a crazy looking serpent thing. And okay, now it's fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, he
There
became
wasn't
too
like
much
a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, it was a lot of very much, and he got into bodybuilding, and then he had used a bunch of bodybuilders for models, and they looked like bodybuilders, and it's kind of like
Julie Bell.
and everything was stiff. But if you look at his stuff, like his Monsters Unleashed magazine covers were really great, or like you remember that cover to what was the book? I Am a Barbarian. I think it was where the guy's in the arena. There's that tiger coming, and he's in the back, and his gore covers were all really nice, and then he just got into the 80s, and it just became like
And the weird thing is, if you ever see his prelim drawings for the painting, they're better than the painting because he's drawing them freehand. He's not really looking at or tracing reference.
Yeah,
That's where all the energy is.
Yeah, he could really draw. It was just faster to shoot photos and trace them onto the board and paint them, and on to the next one.
What they call it, artographing? Is that the projectors?
Yeah. Neil used those.
Yep.
Tom Palmer too. Tom Palmer had an autograph.
There you go. Well, I just thought, throw a little Nestor out there. Everybody's thinking black and white, like you said, but he was quite a good painter too, and he did a lot of covers for Savage Sword. So you can just Google his Savage Sword covers, and you'll get a ton of ones. There's a
lot of information on these covers. This is like crazy.
Yeah, very classical looking,
Yeah.
not heavily stylized, but very classical looking and just well done. Even the hands, look at how good the hands are gripping the sword there. I mean, those details a lot of times get lost on people, but this is just
a little bit of Kaluta in there.
Yeah, you can see that.
That hand grip bothers me.
Yeah, but it's well
because
it's well rendered.
The hand is going through the sword hilt. It's not around the hilt. It's like going like through.
Well, I'm talking about though the detail he put into the fingers and the hand and stuff. A lot of times,
I know, but I'm just commenting on.
Why are you guys looking at the hand when you got that luscious green bikini?
That's the obvious.
I'm talking about the hand, but I'm looking at the bikini.
Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about the hand, looking at the bikini. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? But Aaron, did you mention the face is so like I think on model with the way Frezzato did Conan's face, in a way.
That tight-lipped mouth.
Yeah,
yeah, and just like the, it's kind of compact, you know, from the brow down to the chin and stuff. Kind of, I don't know. It just gives me a big Frezzato vibe.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. One guy I want to throw out, just give a shout out to is Glenn Orbick, who we didn't do, but it was fantastic.
Yeah,
passed away early due to cancer, but was very generous with his knowledge as well. I mean, I contacted him once because he was doing seminars down in Southern California, and of course I was living up here, so I couldn't exactly get down there for a 6-week course. So he sent me a DVD for free of him painting and an instructional DVD. That was really cool. I'm just
wow, nice.
In fact, he was going to pick up the shipping. I'm like, dude, no, at least let me send you money for the shipping cost, So
you should send Dan money for the shipping for that Cintiq.
Yeah, if you ever send it to me, I would. I'd compensate him for it.
I owe you a belt too, though.
That's right. You still owe me a belt too. My God.
Well, that goes back to what?
Well, we need to
3
design
years.
it. No, last year. We need to design it together.
All right.
Yeah. And Orbick, he captured that great classical style, reminiscent even of remember who painted the Santa Claus, Coca-Cola Santa Clauses.
Oh,
right.
He had a lot of that influence too in it. And I love
Sunbloom.
Yes. I just love color and he would always throw all those colors in the flesh tone. I love when artists do that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like Frezzato throwing green in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you never want to use browns.
Frezza's self-portrait.
Yeah, you never want to use browns. You never want to use grays for shadowing. You always want to use color. Otherwise, it just flattens everything out and looks muddy. So all the good guys, they're mixing those colors right there on the board, with the blues and the greens and stuff like that.
Oh, there you go.
There's Glenn.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
So, and look at on Batman's face how painterly that is.
What is this?
Glenn Orbick.
No, he was oil. He was oil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
This
I
looks
love the leaves. I love the leaves. They're dimensional.
Yeah.
Look at this.
You feel the turn of them and the edge and stuff he gave it.
He did a great series of noir paperbacks.
Yes, those were brilliant.
Yeah. Really good.
In fact, here's one right here. As I say that when I don't have it ready.
Is it the one with the girl on the desk?
I feel like Billy. Thank you. I say I'm ready, but I'm really not ready.
Right.
That's Billy's way.
You're building expectation.
Well, it's true. You guys are like, well, show me, Aaron. You talk about it, but show me. Okay,
come on.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Now we get nothing.
Yeah, I know. Well, just give me a second here.
That's just like Aaron.
What a letdown. Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
What? Look at this.
I have that book. I had that.
Great.
Well, I'm gonna go out
Did you read it?
I did read it. It was probably one of the last ones I read.
This is so throwback, man.
Yeah, look how rough the brush strokes are and everything, and yet it just all works.
Dude, this looks like
zoom up closer on it. Zoom up right there.
Looks like what?
It came out of the 50s.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks like a McGinnis.
That's why I love that. I bought this book just because of the cover.
Look at the line on her knee. I mean, that is just like, this is
How
rough.
do you spell this guy's name?
O-R-B-I-K.
With one N.
Yeah. Say that again. There was a lot of talking.
O-R-B-I-K. Orbick.
And his first name again?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Holy
Hey,
smokes.
if you don't mind, how about if I can share this? This is
He
not
needs
a
an art
painting.
book, this guy.
No
But-
more violent videos, Billy.
No, it's not. He drew like he painted. Look at this charcoal. And look how gorgeous that is.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
that Jeff guy, right?
Was he
Or
deaf?
just that?
No, this is Glenn.
No.
This is him. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
but like I just love how tight, and then it's just so natural. And then look at the hands,
Right.
like just gestures of it. Again, that's fucking confidence, man. That's tits.
Well,
I
he
guess.
knew where he wanted
I just
you to
wish he had a top one. It offends my sensibilities.
I know,
Aaron.
mate. Don't we all? Don't we all?
Jesus. Could you warn us about your shows?
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's only part of it. It shows.
I
her whole
remember this
figure's on the
image.
cover of the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do remember this image.
That was the part of those noir book paperbacks that Graham was talking about. He did a whole
Right.
series of them. They were like,
Yeah.
just dynamite.
I
Geek
got
Avengers
another
says
one, if
this
you
snapped
don't
me out of
mind.
a nap.
Yeah. I love his work. So if you want to share mine after you look, if we talk about that one too.
But anyway, all right, guys, we're past 6 o'clock. I had to go make salmon. So,
Yeah,
but before
buddy.
we go, let's sell some product. Andy, what have you got?
Hello, Core Draft The Awakening. Pick this up from Mr. Chris Thacker over the weekend.
That is so cool, man.
The full Big Bad Booty Daddy paint job he did on him.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I mean,
of that.
he rocked it. So of course, guys, you can back this on the campaign, and then you can reach out to Chris. He said he would be open to talk to people if they want to get it painted by him. You guys can work that out.
Man, he crushed
But
that, dude.
I'm going to say the link is in the description below, and hope I'm
It
not
is.
making a liar.
Everybody's,
So there you go. So
everybody's
go
link.
check out. There you
Everybody's
go.
link is in the description.
Yeah.
So
You know
check
Go
what
it
check
out.
out Core Draft.
Andy, is you can tell like that's from one of your drawings. Like that is an Andy Smith character. Like
Yeah.
all the
He
boards
did it.
and everything are perfect. Did you do like turnarounds and then they 3D modeled from that?
Mhm.
That's really
Very
cool.
cool. That is very
Yeah.
cool. Fraga,
Thank you.
talk to us.
I'm recovering and I'm back in the saddle and drawing again. So keep your eye out. Some new stuff coming. So
Okay.
that's it. That's all I got. Nothing but
But
good
again,
news.
links for everybody are in the description of this video, so you can reach everyone's campaign. Graham,
If you can share my screen,
if I must.
you must.
There you go.
Okay. We've got 13 days left on this live campaign. So time is running out, my friends. 2 shirts have been added to it. The Compass Comics one with the chest and arm sleeve. And then this Joe Frankenstein one with art by Anthony Gonzalez Clark. Super cool
Nice.
stuff. Then we have also this we're loading slow here. Hello. What the hell is it? Oh, there we go. A limited edition collector's cover. Only 500 of these are going to be made. And this is going to have all kinds of enhancements on it. So it's going to make it super rare, but it's going to be really, really cool. So you should check that out. And then, of course, we also have the CGC version signed by Chuck and me and Anthony. Chuck doesn't do shows. So this is like your only chance to get his signature on the Joe book. So
Very nice.
I would say go and grab that today.
Thank you, Andy, for the link.
All
by the way.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. That is Graham Nolan's Joe Frankenstein 3, The Eye of Ra. Again, you'll find the link in the description of this video. Take you right to his campaign. Mr. Art T. Bear.
Full screen me, babe.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
This is my art book. This is the first printing. This is Oodles of Doodles and Other Stuff 2. Backed by popular demand, we are going to launch the campaign at the end of the month, maybe the 1st, because that's a King's show. That's Monday. So we might do it July 1st on the Kings. Still not sure about the actual date. Stay tuned for those details. But we are going back to print for this, completely sold out. And there's going to be 60 pages. It's oversized, hardback. It's a beautiful looking book, you guys. The pre-launch sign-up page is active right now. We have about 500 signatures, I think. So there's always room for more. So you guys come by, sign up, and you will get a free exclusive print that will go with this book. So so do it now. Go sign up
now.
Do it now.
Very much.
Thank you.
And it doesn't cost anything to sign up, folks. And there's no obligation to buy anything.
That's right.
But sign up so that you can get the freebie is the key.
Exactly.
You know,
and you'll find the link to his sign up in the description of this video.
Thank you, Aaron.
Billy.
And thank you, Graham, for that little detail.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah,
Billy.
We will be closing our She 30th Anniversary Original Art Edition soon. Thank you for sharing that. But we've got a lot of cool. We're hoping to get 500 backers before we close. I want to figure out what our fellow bros and kings when they're closing, so we don't step on each other's toes. But our fulfillment's almost done with this book. Our action figures, I just packed about 100 of them to go out. We had some box damages, little nicks and stuff in some of the boxes. So we're looking to get replacements from our the manufacturer. But big things for San Diego. Lopez, I'm hoping to see you in San Diego.
I will be there.
And to break bread with you, my brother and Jusko's going too, so maybe we could see something.
Oh, excellent. We'll have another dark beer. I'll have another dark beer to celebrate.
Yeah,
Aaron, two dark beers, Aaron. Come on.
Yeah, and pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah, we've got a lot of special things coming for the San Diego Comic-Con. One, I found this of my original watercoloring. We can go off of this. You can stop. I'll stop sharing. We did a book for San Diego. This was my my color guides for our San Diego Comic-Con book, which was digitally colored, which I didn't like, back in 1994. So we're gonna do a 30th anniversary black and white edition of the book that's already at the printer because we're doing it through Diamond Comics as well, an exclusive with them, and got a lot of fun stuff, man. I can't wait to go there. I'm all stressed out. Totally.
When is that?
We still got over a month.
Yeah, that's
about a month.
Yeah, the Diamond books have to be there by the 1st. They want, so we did a special edition of She for Diamond, and then I got something else I'm working on, but I got to talk to the bros about that to ask them some questions. So,
all righty, thank you, Billy, and of course my Kit Carter Planet Doom. It's getting lettered right now. Just sent some pages. Kelsey sent me 20 pages colored. They look fantastic. So the lettering process is going on. I got the sketchbook assembled, ready to go to the printer. As you can see, I'm working on almost done with the painting for the movie poster that is available. And if you guys want shirts, or if you want to order the Kit Carter Completist perk, you have to do it by tomorrow night because I have to shut it down because I have to get the shirt orders in because the turnaround time right now is 8 weeks on those shirts. Darn it. So I got to get them in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So there you go. You'll find the link in the description of this video. There you have it for this evening. Once again, another exciting episode of The Professionals. I think next week is Andy. I'm sure he'll have something really exciting.
What a great topic, Aaron. Well done, buddy.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. So anyway, there you are. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the super chats. We couldn't do it without you. We appreciate it very much. Hit the like and subscribe. Join us next week on Andy's channel for The Professionals. Good night, everybody.
Good night.